you. Yes? Maybe? Yes? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! And we're live. Hey, everybody. I think this worked. Are we live? Can someone tell me if this did it right?
You're live on your screen.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Hello. Hellos with W's. It's amazing. It's Thursday. Fights United. Super excited for today. I'm going on less than 2 hours of sleep, so y'all are in for a show. It's gonna be such a fun day. I'm super excited. I am bursting with energy today. So I hope you guys have had a great week. We're gonna jump right into it. Sorry for being a little late, but it's worth it because I was messing with settings and stuff to make it super fun for you today. So really quick, as we jump into it, sorry for that whirlwind. Let's bring it down. That was 11. This is a 6. Hey guys. Welcome back. It's Fates United. It's Thursday. Quick announcements. Go ahead and follow our Discord and social medias for announcements during the week for any updates, especially this week. Bardicdice has a brand new streaming schedule. So instead of doing Monday nights, I'm going to start streaming Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I'm going to add on a Saturday streaming day, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kind of works with my schedule a little bit more, and also I feel like Monday night's kind of congested right now. So Tuesdays is going to take over Retro Gaming Day. RIP Chrono Trigger. It kept on Chrono crashing on me. So, such a bad joke. So we're going to continue with Octopath Traveler, because you guys voted for it. And maybe sprinkle in something like Hades and Knights of the Old Republic as needed, and we'll see what our next game is. Saturdays are going to be something called Roll the Dice, where we're going to talk D&D. We're going to talk the TV shows I'm watching, movie reviews. We'll probably wing it for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to start getting content out, maybe going through D&D Beyond, going through Incarnate, maybe Foundry, stuff like that. Maybe even how to set up a D&D stream if you guys want that. Things like that. And I think it'll be really fun. I'm super excited about it. So, enough about me. Guys, I have a gift for you. I'm so excited. I've been working hard on this all week, and I have a bit of a surprise for both you as our viewers and also my players as well. I've been working on a brand new overlay for Fates. You can see down below our new little like tagline. It's a little less like out there. But let me go ahead and change the scene a little bit. I'll cast a spell and we'll transport. There we go. To our brand new overlay. Super excited. We've been working on this. So we have all of our beautiful, wonderful players. And let me get out of studio mode because I hate studio mode. Okay. So we have rotating title screens, and for players, we now have player character sheets in the middle that are going to rotate, that I'll update every level. So I'm super excited about it. Hopefully you guys like it. Let me know. But yeah, also my last little gimmick for the night. This is gonna go great. So my featured streamer for tonight is Mox Crystal. I'm a really big fan of her stream. She has a lot of the same kind of positive attitude that we have here on this channel, and plays a lot of similar games, Octopath Traveler, Hades, things like that. So I'm gonna shout out her channel. And her big thing is boba tea. So I am trying on air live boba tea for the first time. I'm not a tea fan, so we're going to see how this goes. But it's Oreo, black tea, boba. It's actually really good at first, and then you get like black tea. Go boba. It's not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing either.
So good. Okay. It's actually okay. It's actually really good in the beginning and then bad aftertaste. So that's just me. But anyways, so yeah, so go give her a follower. She's amazing. But we'll go ahead and jump in and introduce our characters. So I just realized my cameras are backwards. So as I fix this, D, as always, why don't you start us off?
Hi, I'm Deely. I play Meikai, and my name's not Rachel, despite the cameras, but you guys know that.
It's a lie.
I wish. I mean, she's amazing, so.
Just want to see if you guys are ready.
But yeah, I do art at Daily Spears on Instagram, and you can also find me on Twitter as well under the same thing. But mostly I post to Instagram. So, yay art and just D&D stuff in general. Otherwise than that, I'm not really doing anything particularly remarkable, just day to day. So, yay.
Yay! I still have black tea in my Rachel.
You're not strong enough.
Hi, I'm actually Rachel. Now the boxes aren't lying to you.
Got you guys. Such
yeah.
a good, what a good prank.
That was a good prank. April Fools. Yeah, so I stream art on Marquee Gaming on Mondays at 3:30 CST. And I also post all my art and things on Twitter and Instagram at Pip400art. I play Anais in this game. It is a cleric ranger multi-class, and the character sheets look awesome. Mike, good job.
Yay, thanks. I'm also loving all the comments of the no sleep energy. Let's go. Cool. So down below, John.
Hello, I'm John. I am Dealey's esteemed husband, and I am an engineer. I play Overwatch and other games amongst friends and stuff. We had our Overwatch game recently that was streamed. Unfortunately, we lost. First loss of the season, but it's okay.
It was a really fun match, though. So
yeah, it's still fun to play. That's at the end of the day. That's all I do it for, right? It's to have fun. That's why I'm here, is to have fun and to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
So excited to be back again. I enjoy being able to make it here on Thursdays. Grateful for everybody who's able to make it out and enjoy time with us as well, and hope that everyone can enjoy this evening.
I'm gonna go ahead and change your socials to just Dealey's husband down there. Because it's just like, I always felt weird. I was like, John, and it's just like a blank space underneath.
Just post "see
John.
above."
Right, see above. I'm with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And rounding about our amazing group of players, the second part of our power duo, the one, the only.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark. Yes, Marquee Gaming is the channel that my wife and I share together. So you'll see us there for D&D art and other games. So, yeah, that's kind of the big thing. I play Zach, a human, but not a human. It's an ASMR sorcerer. So, super fun. Don't tell everybody that I'm not human, though.
Yeah.
But that's the secret.
We keep that a secret. Okay. Oh,
Totally a human.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, as we actually jump back into the Centaurium, as I remember where my character sheet. Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and jump back in, guys. Let's go ahead and set the mood a little bit. We'll start the music. We'll get back in with our old man recap, which is like actually some of my favorite parts of every episode. As we jump back into tonight's game, Fates United. As we join back up on the cliffside, or actually the cliffside school that overlooks the Centaurium, we find our narrator, the old man hunched over with a white grayed beard, wrinkled face that's seen the throes of time and wisdom. If I can get my page to work. I can't see it. There we go. He looks over at the varying kids who are enraptured in the story, hesitant as he knows that he'd rather be lecturing right now, but all right, kids, well, back to it, I guess. Starting to find their footing, our new friends, and new friendships being formed, new artifacts being found. Our champions began a lovely, laid-back day exploring Rosewood for the first time. After a strange encounter with Liara, the water genasi scribe, they began to seek answers in the local town. Not finding much, and after a quick trip to the blacksmith and the tailors, our group of brave adventurers found themselves in a lowly bookshop. tucked away in the middle of a bustle of the busy town. By fates, or maybe roll of the dice, Zachary had stumbled upon an old leather journal, one that Anais quickly recognized as the handwriting of her father, the author and owner of that leather-bound book. Tears falling down her face, our 4 champions ended up bonding, sharing various secrets and hardships of their own. Afterwards, while Zachary and Anais were talking through their revelations, Anais wrote down the name Sundavir, only in writing on her personal notebook, seemingly summoning the wrath of the Shadowed One upon the unexpected young ones. You kind of hear, oh no, the Shadowed One, no, whispered among the kid Genasi that are sitting there, fire in one, rock skin on the other. After discarding it, they caught up with Meikai and Kahuranji, helping save Carlos from the bigotry and almost violent interaction with some of the townfolk of Rosewood. Heading back to the Centaurium, a bothered and anxious Zachary received even more bad news. His sister, Katrina, who he had left back in New Organia, had still not recovered from her illness. He has been requested to retrieve a plant called Noxroot from the mountains to the west of the Centaurium, a rare flower that holds very powerful medicinal properties. We start up our story again with the 4. What do you guys want to do? As the night starts descending upon the Centaurium, Zachary, your mind is filled with worry, with anxiousness from the day. It's a lot. What are you doing as you've just received this news from Lady Layetta?
So, I asked Sasha if she would come, and she said yes. So, I think for now, knowing that he can't do much by himself, he's gonna go back to his room and
What just happened?
sit with the book he was reading before and start going through it a little bit.
Which book? Which one are you focusing on?
The original one that I was reading. Which one?
I think that was the one
The
on common?
religious aspects, the celestial book.
Oh, the Celestial one. Okay. Give me a intelligence saving throw as you try to sit down and read and take in what you're doing, deciphering these high-level celestial arcanic runes. And you keep on seeing flashbacks, and you can hear voices, and you can see the faces of your sisters. What did you roll?
12.
Unfortunately, having a really hard time not understanding what you're reading, but retaining it. You're almost finding yourself staring at the page, shaking your head, and then going back to the top of the paragraph. And what normally could get you through pages and chapters of a book, you're merely making a few pages headway through this. You are still making some, but it's still going to take a few more days. You're starting to get the understanding that it's still continuing to talk about light, talking about fire. It's talking about abilities and how integral it's been to Celestia's forming, and how Solus themselves, that you're now picking up on, it's a twin entity, a male and a female. That's about all you can pick up so far. Is that all you're doing for the night?
I'll probably, when I get frustrated with reading, I'll probably sit with the ocarina that I had and start to mess around with that as well and find a little bit of a tune or something.
Go ahead and roll me performance then.
Okay.
Let's see how good this turns out to be.
That is an 11.
For your first time, it's not bad. I mean, you're getting the breath into it. You picked up on the patterns for different notes with your fingers. Is it making a consistent tune? Making noise. And it's not like awful ear screeching noise, but it's not quite a melody quite yet. But it's a definitely good first start. As I'm trying to remember where you are. You're over on the side. Okay. Meikai and Kahu. As you guys, or what are you guys doing for the night?
I think I'd come back and then just, I don't know, probably having dinner. Is it at the banquet hall, or is it kind of just like a do-it-yourself thing now?
Night kind of seems like dinner's like a buffet style. Everyone's kind of doing it on their own. Seems like everyone's kind of been out and about, kind of like a last night to prepare before the actual official classes start the next day.
Okay. So I'll get dinner and then I'll probably, I don't know, just hang out outside somewhere nearby my room and just kind of people watch / nature watch. I don't know.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Sorry, I had to click over. Oh. D&D Beyond doesn't want to work. Please. I think my perception's a +4. I'm not sure. It's either a 16 or a 14.
It's good enough. We'll take that.
Okay.
You actually see Bricarius and Lady Leon Nexus, the temple master cleric, walking and talking in the garden. And then you're distracted momentarily by sounds coming from Zachary's room. It's not bad. Not a tune you recognize though. Kind of sounds like.
Okay.
Kind of sounds like.
Oh, that was a 16, but yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of just sounds like, like when someone's like grabbing the piano for the first time, it's just kind of like, oh, those are notes. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite sure which room, but you can hear someone playing it.
Okay.
Awesome. Kahu, what are you up to tonight?
The same thing I do every night. Eat lots of food and exercise until I'm so worn out I need to go to bed.
Yeah, you kind of just hear leaning up against he's sitting down on the wood, but like back up against the wall, just Ergon, who's eating the rest of the plate.
Yeah, no, it's good form, man. Tuck in the elbows a little more. Yeah, you got this, buddy. Yeah.
But he hasn't broken a sweat. You can actually start seeing a little bit of a slight pudge forming on him. He seems to be lacking on his in his training lately.
Seems you're enjoying yourself more than you did back home.
Oh, of course. I get food whenever I have to. Don't gotta go track after it. Yeah, this is great. I sure love it here.
Ergon, of course, your Goliath buddy, known to be from different times in war. He is the shaman's son from the Goliath tribe. Almost like your spiritual equal, or I guess what would have been your older sister's spiritual equal, now passed down to you.
You sure you don't need to pick up one of those spears and come out here and do some sparring?
If I wanted to, I could take you out. But it's all about mentality. I'm keeping myself in the right mindset for tomorrow. I'm not trying to overwork myself, get myself behind. It's all about chess.
I'm sure you don't want to embarrass me in front of everybody as well.
Exactly. Look, you get me.
You're always so kind-hearted, Ergon.
Oh, you know how it is. I always got your back.
You're really the most thoughtful person here.
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
He seems to not pick up on the sarcasm.
Anyways, you done yet? I'm about to head to bed myself.
I'll be up in a little bit.
All right.
And he kind of looks over to your plate and like steals one last little like sausage like.
I saw that.
Oh, whatever. And then just plops it in his mouth, starts walking out. Meikai, you can see Ergon kind of. It looks a little tight around the robe. It's he's getting a little pudge. Yeah, he's walking to the room, kind of walking past some of the royal guards who seem to be kind of just mingling and slowly starting to like commingle a little bit, especially the human ones. Anais, what are you up to?
Well, I think I would. I'm definitely gonna be looking at the research notes, but before I do that, can I look at? I wanted to take out my weapon now that I'm alone in my room, and see what the guy was talking about when it came to like stringing a bow or something. I think he said, or I don't remember what he said.
Sure. What is Anais specifically doing? And or if you want to give me a intelligence roll to try and remember exactly what he was doing to the thing.
I'll do intelligence. Just a check.
Yeah, just a straight roll. Just to see how well Anais remembers.
21.
21. Yeah, Anais, maybe not Rachel, remembers specifically.
She's smarter than me.
Yeah, you were definitely paying close attention. As you're still working on this, you unwrap it from the scarf sheath that you made for it. Beautiful silver inlaid with darker silver markings of Lotha and the sky and the tempest, and it's basically markings that all talk about the life and water cycle from start to finish. Very similar to the markings that you saw in the cave previously. It's both folded up right now, so you have like a wooden handle in the middle, very ornate, with the silver bars like here, and what would fold out to be your glaive has folded in on itself. And you're looking at it as it's folded in, holding the handle in the middle, and you can notice as it's folded in, the pieces here where the joint would be, there seems to be almost another piece that would come out like this, back the opposite way from when. And as you're looking at it, focusing on it, you do this and thrust it outwards, and all of a sudden you feel a spark in your cat eye, and from those two pieces an electricity forms between, and you now realize your glaive also doubles as a bow.
Whoa. Electric. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, so probably startles her. She might almost drop the weapon when that happens. Because, that doesn't happen very much.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, I got it. I've rolled 2 19s in a row, so that is 21 again.
You drop it out of shock, but in instinction, you grab it with the other hand and are able to just look at it singeing, waiting there to almost like just a simple string, like a bow. Miss Ranger.
So cool. Okay. Yeah.
Where are you right now, by the way?
I'm in my room.
You're in your room, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely not taking that out after Bri warned me, unless it's needed. So, yeah, so I guess I'll kind of mess around with it after I get over the startledness of it and, see if I could make it back into a glaive. How easy is it?
Are you pulling on the string at all? What are you doing?
I mean, I might, poke it at least. Does it hurt?
Nope.
Oh, that's
almost
cool.
like
So
static
I'll pull on
electricity.
it then if it doesn't hurt. I didn't know if maybe it might.
All of a sudden, you pull back, and from above the handle, another electricity bar appears that looks almost like an arrow piece. And almost in shock, you let go, and a crack of thunder erupts from your room as the lightning arrow hits the wall and disapparates in a little bit of a black image on the wall. Makai, you are just absolutely shocked and thrown off guard as a thunder just rolled out from somewhere on a very clear night. But Anais, you are quite shocked from
Literally.
Why?
Okay.
Yes. So when you do end up using it as a bow, it does end up having a thunder wave as a little bit of a drawback for giving you a double glaive bow.
A
Oh, so
drawback.
it would be loud, basically. Like, I
Yes.
can't be stealthy.
So
with
it's
it.
it's very much like a thunder wave spell or thunder stuff like that. It gives out a 100-foot range of sound when you use it.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Can I tell where that was coming from?
Perception check.
$17.
Sounded like somewhere from the residence hall, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
She like
depending on
Sorry.
where you're sitting, from the from the direction of yours and Anais' room, or at least
I'll get
that
up and
that
go over,
side
yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm gonna.
as it made that noise, I'm probably like looking at it like an alarm and like trying to put it back, like so that it doesn't look all like thundery, you know? Like,
Yeah, you're
I
like
don't.
you're
And
like-
she's right next to me, so I don't know, but
you're like freaking out with it, and whereas before you had gone outwards to get the bow and string to appear, after a couple minutes fidgeting with it, you jerk it back almost in shock, and all of a sudden those two pieces fall back in, and it falls dormant in its
okay,
folded in condition.
okay.
So that's kind of what it seems. It seems to be like a motion to activate it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So mechanically, that is a bonus action
okay.
to
the bonus
switch
action.
it there. Yep.
Good to know.
Trying to balance it as much as I can for now, being
Yeah.
second level.
That's fair. For sure. Okay.
Oh, the
Sounds
drawback
good.
is what initiates the thunder wave. I like that because it's a drawback with the string, but it's a drawback with the.
Uh-huh.
Making a lot of puns.
I'm
in
mad
this
I
scene.
missed that one, man. Oh, that kills me.
Well, and the drawback for just
For the
you know,
string,
when you're
yeah.
trying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
All of them.
But Makai, you kind of are you checking in on it? Are you investigating this?
So I'm just gonna go down the hall and kind of like see whose lights might be on as I'm going down to my room.
The lights are off in you'd probably know by now. Jonah, Martha, no, I'm getting their names mixed up. The paladin,
Okay.
Martha Jonah. Let me get my name.
I don't
real quick.
remember. Is Zach's? Do I hear the ocarina coming from Zach's room?
Well,
Well, at this point, I probably would be popping my head out too.
Oh.
I was gonna say it probably went.
Fair.
Yeah, you don't hear it at this moment.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the lights were out in Marston Jonah's room, but you also do see a quick creak open as about 3/4 of everyone's rooms open up except for Anais's and Makai's.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just walk down and just like kind of wave a little bit as I see Zach, but keep going down and
Kahu, you
knock
probably
on
heard this as
Anais's
well, by the
doors.
way. You're the proximity of the training hall to the residence hall, I'd say, is right at the cusp of about 100 feet away. So
Do I see people freaking out, or
if you go back to the residence hall, I mean, you would just see people being like, "What the heck was that?"
yeah, I probably kind of just look up and be like, go back to work.
It's just heat thunder. Yeah. Sorry, someone else said something. I think. I apologize. Rachel, did you say something?
I'm just hiding in my room, hoping no one noticed.
I'm knocking on her door.
I was about to say,
Oh,
I think everybody at this point, the fact that you haven't come out of your room,
Uh,
probably
I
the
don't know everyone's out of their room.
no, I
What's
know. I'm just
totally
saying that
going
that's
on?
probably the giving away thing. Yeah, no, it's not working.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh,
like, if you're a knock, or you knock, is that what you said?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. I like put my weapon on the bed and like put my blanket over it, and then I'll like open the door.
You just look guilty.
Probably.
Is everything all right? Is this with your dorm thing.
And I'll be standing in my doorway, kind of looking down at them, kind of conversation.
I just kind of like nod and then I kind of give like a sorry type of look, like.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe don't do it at night.
You
Like
see,
maybe it's a daytime activity. I don't.
you see leaning on the railing from upstairs, Anir, just kind of looking down. Practicing on some magic down there, young one. I've been there.
Yeah, she like she gives another kind of like sorry type of shrug, like kind of out to them.
Don't worry, y'all are gonna hear a lot of weird things coming from my room too. And he kind of turns and just nonchalantly just closes the door.
Look at Anais, and then I see Zach, and I'm like,
Yeah, after hearing that, Zach closes his door.
this is a bunch of I don't have any other words. Gross. I am going to go to bed. Maybe whatever you were
Not
doing.
at all what he meant, but okay.
Maybe it's what it sounded
No,
like.
I love it.
Makai just assumes the worst.
Right.
the potion brewing noises.
This is more about her than him, but okay.
She doesn't know these people. Do you need any help? Are you okay?
Thanks, Red.
I'll be over there. Good.
Like wave. I don't have
Yeah.
my notebook on me. She's pretty silent, so just kind of waves and like closes the door again.
Yay. I'll go in my room at that point and just brace myself for any more lightning sounds or thunder
Yeah.
sounds.
Nice. Are you doing anything else with the new weapon?
No, that's good for now. We'll just let it hang out on my bed for a bit.
Surprisingly, no more thunder or lightning happens for the rest of the night.
So weird.
Oh, weird. So yeah,
But-
as we all roll in, is there anybody else wanting to do anything?
Well, I was gonna read my thing.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I did not think the weapon would take that long. I apologize. I didn't think that it would.
I love it. I think it was
explode
amazing.
the door.
It's so good.
I've been waiting on it. I was like, is the little DM, do you want to pull on it? Yeah, sure. Yes.
Yes. I
Please.
just want to read some of the books I got and kind of organize stuff, but yeah,
Mhm.
nothing
Perfect.
important.
Easily able to. Anais, you said you wanted to go and read your father's journal, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to read what I sent you?
I
Up to
can
you.
read it, or you can. I was having a little trouble with the font,
I was gonna ask.
so I think I'm going to give that to you because you know what you wrote a little better.
Yeah, okay. It's not the easiest font. I realized that afterwards.
And it looks cool. It looks like handwriting. but-
It should all just be in papyrus.
This is a question for you. Do you want me to share it publicly, or do you want to keep this private to Anais from the other players at the moment? Or is this something that eventually you might tell them, so you want it to be...
I'll plug my ears.
Well, I trust the players not to metagame, so
Sure. Okay. But
That's
this
fine.
is something
You
you
can-
want to reveal at the moment?
that's fine.
Okay. So as you begin opening this, again, kind of the pang grabs your throat. You're able to steel yourself. You're not having the tears fall necessarily, unless that's something she would do. But it's weird. It's a sense of home that you haven't had this whole time. Holding it in your hand. It's weird. But you see his writing, and you start flipping through. It's obviously on the first page just talking about an excavation research. You're starting to read through, and as a few things start picking out to you on day 2 of the excavation. Researching the crystal relation to the arcane ley lines that exist strongly here in the Elvish Plane, Bracarius has been continuing his research back at the Centaurium. We were hoping that somehow, by understanding the effects the arcane ley lines have on the crystalline rocks, we may discover a reason or the source of the drought. And then a little like marking down their thoughts. Do we even find an arcane solution to the drought? We must do this for the tribe's survival. And then on the bottom of each page is in cursive the letter K. It's weird seeing his handwriting for the first time, but you continue pushing forward, reading through, and when you get to a couple entries later, a day 21, it grabs your attention. Haven't had much luck, only finding normal quartz and Yellowstone crystals. Even I'm having trouble. I'll change the font for you. Only finding normal quartz and Yellowstone crystals that are already known to exist and be present in this region. And then it skips down for a little bit, and it's a lot more relaxed writing. Oh, how I miss home. Might not be related to my research, but all I want to do is hold them again. I think Anais would find all this very fascinating. One day I'll bring her along on my studies. Who knows? Maybe she'll be the one to complete my research. Okay. Kind of start seeing your name there for the first time, and the emotions start rising. You get to day 35, and it's a little bit picked up again. I think we may have found an old vein here, like an arcane vein, up on the volcanic mountain. A ruin, sorry. We found an old ruin here, up on the volcanic mountain. It seems abandoned, but yet there's an electricity that is buzzing around. The team seems very excited. They're beginning to find some interesting blue crystals that I've never seen before. I grabbed the first one I discovered. I'm keeping it for Anais. Maybe I'll send it off to Precarious to prepare it for her birthday. There's some dissent among our team with the effectiveness of our research. Dravar, Dravar, took me back to his place, not far from our site. It seems there's a growing consent, a group forming that's starting to give up, taking up sway among the tribes. Something feels off about this. Letter K. And you get to the last entry in the journal, day 48. You kind of look really quickly past it, and it's just blank pages afterwards. Day 48. We're so close to a breakthrough. I can feel it. These rocks, they're enhancers. Any spell or magic used with them is done with more strength and easier. I think we might be able to find a way to utilize these in our efforts, but alas. And it skips down a little bit. I must leave. I must leave for home. It seems some new group calling themselves the Lightest has taken sway in the council leader's ear, and is calling for all of the tribes to convene. If we are to have any hope of surviving this and saving our home, we mustn't turn on each other. At least I'll be able to go home, see the children. Maybe I can even make time for Dear Precarious. Letter K. And that is the last thing you read in his journal.
So I'm sure I would have known when he left for like a good amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So
This
when
was-
was
this was
that?
Right before what happened. I'd say about a month is when he got back from this excavation, and he'd only been home for about 2 weeks before leaving for this tribal convening, as he was the representative from your tribe that formed the different tribes of the council.
So he went on this thing, he came back for a little bit, and then he
Mhm.
left again.
Within the end of the week is what happened to you. But yes, so he was at the excavation. He came home for about 2 weeks, left to represent in this council, and when he came back to your homestead, It was by the end of the week that what happened.
Okay. Sorry, I'm taking notes. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think everything she's reading is very much, it's emotional for sure. Although I think a lot of the emotions may have been kind of spent. She's still pretty numb, I think. So, but yeah, reading it feels surreal at this point. I think there's a lot of like this pang, especially when it talks about like maybe an ice can finish my research, and she even just kind of shakes her head at that.
Give me a wisdom check.
10.
You're still in this like fight or flight mode. Everything's a blur, especially with what's happened to you since, you know, the other night. There's something that rings from what he's talking about that mimics and almost echoes the different things Bardicdice has been saying to you lately.
Yeah. Okay. Did I see Bardicdice around?
You ran back to your residence hall? Well, you saw him talking to Lady Nexus in the temple earlier before you left for Rosewood.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage to see if you saw him afterwards. You're pretty preoccupied.
9.
No, you didn't see him.
Yeah. I either I might go out and look for him, but if I can't find him, I'll try and talk to him in the morning. So.
Spent a lot of time reading the journal.
It's probably late, so it's late then.
Yeah, I'd say you don't see him outside if you're just doing a quick check.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait.
You do have sending stones.
True.
It is starting to get pretty close to bedtime now.
Yeah. I mean, as a player, I just don't want to take up a ton of time because I already have. So, I'll just wait till morning. I'll let some other people do some stuff.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, so as the night kind of folds in, you all eventually find your way in different ways, whether exhausting your body, your mind, or your soul. You end up slowly finding yourself drifting off to sleep, ready for tomorrow's day. Some with more on their mind than others, but you aren't visited by these nightmares that you guys have been for a while. It's actually a pretty calm night. Save for one. Kahu. Nice timing of the music. Not that it was a crazy dream or nightmare or anything. It was actually a really nice one. You had quite a few memories. Just getting to know Ergon and your shield sister and the time you spent together. And you can hear her voice just calling into you. Time to get up. There's a lot happening today. And you all of a sudden open up your eyes and look around the room. Kind of like someone was in the room with you. You quickly realize that, especially in the pangs in your chest, that these are echoes of memories and your connection with the spiritual aspects of it. The morning crests above the horizon as dawn starts pouring into the residence hall. It is quiet. There are no pangs of thunder at this moment. There are little droplets of dew out on the grass and on the stonework as you guys wake up. A small mist covers the grounds here on the Centaurium. Anyone that goes outside can look up to the mountain and see the bitter cold of fall is starting to take hold at the tops of the mountain. And the reds, the browns are starting to take over from the greens of the mountain forest there. Fall is quickly starting to settle in here. A little bit of a chill in the morning. Nothing too crazy, but just oof, a little bit of a chill when you get up as you're waiting for the sun to start warming up the day. You guys can easily make your way to breakfast and prepare yourselves, as it has been spread out that the first classes are going to start today and to all meet in the courtyard to be separated among your different classes. Though I expect potentially Zachary or other people, if you have anything you want to do today before the classes start, you're more than happy and able to.
I mean, I would find Lady Lieta and find out if there's any update when we can go.
Sure. You grab breakfast, you kind of go in and look around. You don't see her there, but you see past the dining hall, kind of in the stable area. She is talking to Sir Bardicdice, the other Inquisitor. You kind of walk up and she kind of nods and finishes up her conversation. As she kind of finishes that conversation and turns back to you. Good morning, Zachary. How are you today?
I'm fine. Find out anything where we can go.
About that, it's going to take special permission given from the Dean. He has welcomed you to make your case with him and speak with him directly, if that's something you want to do before the week is over. She looks really hesitant to you, and you kind of get this idea, especially working with her for a while, kind of get the idea that her hands are tied on this one. Not sure exactly why, but that's kind of the feeling you're getting from her, is that you've seen her in the past just take action and she's kind of make that executive decision. It seems here, for whatever reason, she seems to be having to delay that or belay that to other people, especially the Dean, it seems, in this matter.
So you're saying I have to ask the Dean to go?
He's in charge here. I think it would be wise to speak with him before going. Yes.
So
No one is stuck here. You can go and do whatever you want, but it would be wise and smart to do so.
So why? Like, have you talked to him?
Not directly. Just have talked to Varys and Zacharias. He's the Centaurium's council. You could almost say he's second in command to the Dean.
Okay. Why haven't you asked?
Not my matter to ask. They've told me to turn to you. And the Dean
Who
specifically.
told you?
Well, the Dean has asked if you
The
want
Dean asked me to?
you want special compensation, that he wants you to go to his office and speak with him directly first.
Fine, where is he?
And she kind of points back to the courtyard. Those stairs, just follow them up and down the hallway. He'll be there.
Fine. Okay. And he goes marching off.
Of course. Man's on a mission. We will come back to that in a second. Meikai, Kahurangi, is there anything you guys specifically want to do this morning?
I think knock on Anais' door, make sure that she's not like electrocuted somehow.
Anais, have you already left?
I left pretty early to go find Bri.
Oh, okay.
No answer.
Okay. So I'll just go
Actually,
to...
we'll do a wake-up check, because I've been wanting to do this for a while. Anais, Meikai, do a roll-off. Just a straight D20.
10.
That's like my favorite thing of Pikachu.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
fun. There's
What-
so many things I wanted Karis to do that I couldn't do because I was sleeping in.
I love it. I'm sorry, Rachel. What did you say your number was?
I got 15.
15. Yeah. No answer on the door, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll just head to the dining hall, assuming she's fine. And yeah. Still really sleepy. Out of it, but trying to wake up.
You look over and there's Carlos, hands in his head, doing this. Actually, not talking for the first time.
Peace. I don't say that. I think that. Yeah. Just gonna eat in silence and watch as people come and go.
Sure. Everyone kind of seems surprisingly on their own today, minus bar a few people. You see the Queen and Sir Carr sitting together talking. You see Marsta, Jonah, and Jawarston sitting together. But everyone else kind of seems like on their own, kind of that first day of school, anxious of what actually is going to happen and what to expect, and not sure what's about to happen.
We're gonna be attacked by more darkness and be killed, and it was all a plot to just kill a bunch of people for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are my thoughts.
Oh, you fear the worst.
Yep.
But you do see Kahu and Ergon walk in together as well.
Okay.
Or at least I'm assuming, John, that's what you do. Sorry. What is Kahu doing this morning?
Actually, he goes the no, that's fine.
Right. He runs away, finds a bonus, never to be seen ever again. Okay.
Becomes a sky pirate.
Right.
He ascended.
Big bad for later on. Yeah. Facts and everything. Anyways, yeah. What are you up to?
Yeah, I would probably get up, not knowing what to bring, probably feel the chill in the air, at least throw a little something warmer on. And
Nice thin robe covering the pecs.
little sheer, like
Yeah. The dew whistling off of it's amazing.
Fishnet.
No, something a little warmer than that.
Mhm.
And you would, go ahead and head over to get some food and some breakfast.
Any
I guess you
conversation
would-
specifically, or just kind of just normal chitter
Well, I would
chatting?
check to see if Ergon was there, and then I'd probably check everybody else. But I probably woke up last, so because I stayed up probably the latest.
Yeah, Ergon's definitely there, chowing down. Everyone else kind of seems off on their own. Do not see Zachary. Or Nice.
Just kind of walk in, just had another dream last night. It was memories.
Fucking Ergon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I had a real bad one that I showed up without my pants on for my speech I was supposed to do for the tribe. It was real bad.
I'm talking about memories. That's a memory you have? That actually occurred to you?
No, nightmares, yeah, too. Yeah, it's never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, what are you talking about?
Insight check.
Totally lying. You can roll unless you get a 1, but yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
you know him pretty well.
Yeah.
He's lying.
It was a 22.
Mhm.
Like, I've heard stories, but that's the first confirmation I think I've ever gotten.
Shut up, we're not bringing that up. Anyways, what kind of memories did you have?
Oh, just memories of when you and I first hung out a little bit, and some memories of Amaya.
And just see a sad face come to his face, come to his expression.
Yeah. Man, she was a good one. Sure was a sweetheart.
They're good memories.
Strong, too. I mean, you really bust my balls, but she did, too. I mean, she could take me out.
She definitely pushed me further than anybody else.
You make her proud. You know that, right? I'm actually really excited to see what you can do for your tribe.
I'm not sure.
I think she'd be sure. She saw you for what you really were. Even amidst your brother, but that's not my problem to deal with.
It may be if you and I end up being there at the same time.
Hey, you know I'm always there for you. You always have a sword in my hand.
I hope it never has to be the sword, though.
I'm into that, brother. Well, that's what you and
Kind
I
of give
could
him
do.
like a little like
Yeah,
forearm tap as we kind of walk in. And
For sure, for sure.
hey, if I have anything to say about it, when I take over, you and I would definitely be working together, for sure.
if that's what happens, I would appreciate having you around.
Just, make me look good, that's all. I mean, you've been really embarrassing me. Just fluff it up a little bit, alright? Like, take one for the team, come on.
I got to bring you down because you're already so far up.
Is that a...
Like, you're already at the top, so I got to like bring you to my level.
Okay, there we go. I understand. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you guys are quickly able to find some food, sit down, and continue the reminiscing over the good times that you guys had, and continuing that bond that you guys have. Anything else specific for you?
The normal eating lots of food.
For sure. You guys definitely outclass everyone, especially even Carlos this morning, it seems to be holding a quiet little hangover and barely touching his food there in the corner. Surprisingly very quiet here than normal. But we are jumping back to Zachary. Zachary, you end up making your way back to the courtyard, looking up, and can see the various descriptions of the affinities. So the ball that's rotating in the middle, let me bring that back to the map. You can see is rotating in the middle, and what's not in the art is the pillars of the different affinities, 7 rotating in each way, but going from the pillars in direct lines kind of cover the walls and glass art of the different affinities. And you can kind of look up and you see the soulless one right there behind the staircase that you're heading to, and you end up walking to the corner, and there's a circular stairway that you make your way up. And as you get up there, there is a long hallway that you see a few rooms here, and you kind of get the idea that this is actually probably where some of the staff stay, some of the more permanent staff. And getting to the end, there's a large wooden door that's in the corner of kind of this upper area. And they're waiting for you.
So I take a breath, then knock on the door.
A few moments later,
Come in.
and as you open the door, you see a very large corner stone office. A desk standing there with a lot of books. Give me a perception check.
Top skill! Ooh, I rolled a 19 on the die, so 19.
All right. The nerves get steeled for a second as you walk in, and the dean is his back facing to you as you see one arm just putting a book back up on this large bookcase that almost covers 1/4 of the wall. What really attracts your attention is not only the books, but you look over and there are 7 banners lining the wall, each with the symbols of the different affinities. And below each one are these old, amazing artifacts that just fill the room. It's almost like a museum. There's artifacts and devices that you don't even recognize, rocks, crystals, devices, metallic weapons, paintings that depict history and different battles that you're seeing. It's quite a collection in here. Whoever this is something that you haven't seen or rivals what you have seen back at home with like some of your great grandfathers, people that have lived for a long time to see a lot of stuff. It's actually takes your attention for a second and is quite impressive.
You are the one, Zachary Zavitz, I assume.
And he turns around, and there is the dean, a sharp-featured black hair with peppered gray, small glasses that come up to his face, a black and red robe that goes down, folded together, and one arm that seems to be tucked below the other one, underneath the robe.
Question. Did he say my last name or the other last name?
Said your last name.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a mistake.
No mistake. Okay.
Yeah. For just my old sake, what was the name you're going by here, though?
Kadis. Kadis.
Why does my pen not work? Okay, cool. I'm gonna just type that in our Discord. Okay. Yeah, he kind of begins to walk over to his desk. Behind it, a large 4-poster, like one of those high-backed chairs. He kind of scoots it back, sits down, and points to a chair sitting. There's like 2 chairs on the other side, and he points to one, and is just standing there waiting for you to sit down.
So I'll take a seat.
After you do, he sits down and kind of nods, and you just see him. He's just sitting there. Seems to be waiting for you to talk.
So I heard you know that I need to go get something for my sister.
I've been told that you're asking for special compensation to leave early. Is that the reasoning behind it?
Yes.
Why?
She's very sick. And she needs the special flower.
Sister in New Organia?
Yes.
Which one?
Katrina.
But the younger one?
Yes.
I see. So none of the clerics have been able to heal her.
No, I mean it's the best in the kingdom have come and no one could help her. And they said this might be the only hope.
But
Okay, I can go?
yeah. You're free to choose your studies in the direction you choose. It's family. I assume that you could do anything for them, am I right?
Yeah.
Especially being strangers in a human land. I understand.
How do you know all that stuff?
I am the dean of the Centaurium. It would be wise for me to know who will all come and arrive here to keep other people safe. I need to know these things, don't you think?
Who told you my last name, though?
You're not the only ones that are friends with Arcanist to learn. He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
What do you need?
Well, Lady Leetta said she'd come, and there were some other people here who could come to help too.
I'm sorry, boy. I don't think the Inquisitor is going to be able to help. Bears is recalling all of them for some mission. They're going to be gone for the next few weeks. You are free to ask any of the representatives, any of the staff to go with you if that's what you need. And he leans back and he seems to be looking you over and taking you in. What are you here for?
To help my sister?
No, not today. Why are you here at the Centaurium?
To help my whole family. To get stronger. To help them and protect them.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I thought that was what I'd be taught here.
We will help you find the limits to your powers. We'll help push you further than you would have ever been able to push yourself. But you need to find the reason for your studies, the reason why you are here. Yes, I know protecting your family is one thing. We all have families. There are greater threats out there. The darkness coming to threaten all of us. You are here for a reason, Zachary. You have potential. You have powers that can protect more than just your family. This is going to be a good first test for you. I believe darkness is echoing, threatening the halls of the Centaurium in the mountains. I have been attempting to keep an eye on it, figure out where this source of invasion is. Be careful on this trip. Do not put yourself in unnecessary risk, but if you can glean information, it would be most helpful for the efforts here.
Who are you?
I am the Dean. Eduardo Leon.
How long did you know of Turin?
We go way back. There seems to be a hint of you need to know what you need to know, sort of thing.
The darkness. What if it talks to you?
He looks you over quite intensely. Has it?
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
Give me an insight roll. Right.
5.
His face scrunches up when you say that, and you're not sure if it's concern or if it's judgment or if just the intensity of the moment. But it's a quizzical look at you. He begins to stand and starts walking around the desk.
I didn't talk to it though. I don't want to.
He starts walking over to the window, looking out, and from the corner you can see that he can see the higher ups of the mountain that spread and down upon the courtyard and the outside front of the Centaurium. And from this level you can even see down to Rosewood and the waters and the rivers below, and just in the distance you can see the floating rock, almost like a speck in the horizon of Celestia. This is what I was wanting to make you all understand in my opening ceremony. Darkness is not some abstract threat that won't find you. The corruption and the darkness will rise to tempt those that have good and strength within them. It will consume and control those who have wicked hearts and minds. the stronger you want to be, and the more passion you have to protect your family, the more darkness will seek to find and corrupt you. Zachary, I do know you understand. And I understand why you are hiding here as a human, but as an ASMR, you have an inherent weakness to that corruption. You need to be that much more vigilant against the darkness and be aware of its capabilities.
Yeah, I don't want it.
I don't think no one ever wants darkness. But it tempts with power. It knows our ever deep passions, memories, the hurts that we have, the goals and aspirations that we strive for. And you see him leave the window and walk over to one of the banners. And it's the affinity of one second. The Earth affinity. Deloy. You see him put one hand out. Darkness can strip away even the most wanted things in life that do protect hold. Just be careful. And he turns to you, and you can see these blue eyes under the glasses in this exterior, and there's compassion in them.
Does the darkness tempt you?
The darkness has taken much from me. It once called my name, tempted me in many ways. And you see him.
Took stuff from you?
You see him just look down. Took everything from me. And that's why it is important what we do here. To teach those of the dangers of the darkness, to rise in strength, in mind, power, skill, to fight against the darkness, to fight for light, to protect this world, keep peace. The more we understand darkness, the more we can fight against it. The enemy that is hidden in the shadow is often the most dangerous one.
Okay.
You are always welcome to come talk to me. I know you have many things that you hide close to your chest. And that's fine. I have many secrets my own. Don't ever feel like you are alone. The darkness will divide and find those cracks. Trust others. I see you have already made a few friends here. Rely on them. Lean on them. I assume you are... I've heard that you want to take them with you. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I'm not good at anything, so I can't protect myself.
Sounds like leadership is something you already pertain. You are putting together a team of skilled warriors, friends. I have heard that there's quite some arcane potential in you as well. Believe in yourself. Confidence and strength can be quite the source of magic. But do remember... Go ahead.
Do you know what the flower looks like?
Yes, I believe so. And he walks over to his library and looks around, and again, one arm seems to be hidden under his robes, so with one hand he finds a green book, old leather bound, and brings it down and puts it in front of you and flips through and opens it up to a page where there's a picture of what says Nox root at the top, and it's the root of a flower that has green leaves and purple petals. Can be found up in the mountains, fairly high. Just be on guard when you go there. There are many dangers in the forest, even without darkness's corruption.
Okay. I can take anybody?
Yes. Just remember, as much as I understand the reasoning for this, and I know you must go, I'm not questioning that. But every day that you decide to forego studies is another day you are not closer to your goal. It is a balance you must find, and that is why we let you decide how you study, what you focus on. You understand more than anyone the needs that you need. We are here to guide, to give experience, knowledge, wisdom, but only you can find your own path. We don't have a curriculum, we have resources. So, every day that you take someone from their studies is a day you're taking them from their goals. There's always a yin and a yang, a balance to the decisions we make. And it'd be wise for you to remember that going forward. However best the intentions, there can always be consequences. And he reaches down into the desk and pulls out 4 healing potions and puts them on the desk for you. You will not go alone. I can offer these for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not so bad, am I?
Yeah, you seem fine.
I hear the rumors going around. Okay. They don't bother me. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Good luck, Zachary. Let me know what you find. And if you do find it, either I can send it to Organia if you want to travel there first. I mean, it's only going to take an afternoon's ride. You're more than happy to deliver it yourself. I'm sure your quest, your adventures won't take you too long. However, just remember, in 3 weeks' time, we do have your first skirmish. So keep that in mind.
What? What does that mean?
You'll find out in classes soon enough, I'm sure.
Okay. Now, grab the 4 potions and look at the Solus stuff as I leave and walk out.
Okay. You look back as you get to the stairs, and he's just standing there watching you. Cool. You head back down. We'll switch over to Anais. Anais, you were looking for Bardicdice, I believe, right?
Yep.
Where are you looking for him?
I would probably go to his tower thing first.
It's fair. You got up pretty early.
Yeah.
You make your way to the tower, start climbing the numerous stairs, and
I brought my weapon too. It's in my sneaky thing.
in your sneaky sheet.
Like not that sneaky, but sort of sneaky, but not really.
Hey, what's that on your back?
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
You smell the familiar wafts of bacon coming from the high-end part of the tower, and you can hear the footsteps of Bardicdice walking around. You make your way up to the 4th floor and knock on the door, and hold on, just wait. And you just hear a couple of minutes, walking around, and you open the door, and here he is in almost like a night robe, and he's just tying it together. Oh, nice. Glad I got my robe. Good morning. Come in,
I just
come in.
yeah. So I walk in.
What can I take this visit for? Is everything okay?
I sign 2 things. And I take out the bow or my thing first. And I show him, and it's folded, and then I'm just doing this all at once, and then I do the thing where it goes out into a thing, like a long glaive.
Fascinating.
And then I do hold on, and then I pull it back, and then I do the thing where it goes into a bow with the electricity strings, and then I just hold it out. I'm like,
God, what? That is fascinating. And it did
and
this.
I'm holding. Sorry, what?
It was like this when you found this. Fascinating.
She signs. When I pull it back, it makes a lightning arrow, and
that is some weapon there.
not very sneaky.
Definitely not. They will hear you coming a mile away, I'm assuming.
Sorry, what'd you say?
He said, they'll hear you coming from a mile away, I'm sure. He seems off this morning. He seems to almost be that Bardicdice that you remember when everyone's around and almost putting on a little bit of a show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that's amazing.
She puts it back, and then probably noticing kind of that he's acting kind of weird. She signs. So, did you tell anyone?
I did not. And you kind of see it break a little bit. Come sit. Our chosen one, I think.
She gives a weirded out look. It's weird.
I know. I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. I'm worried. I'm curious. I'm excited. I'm nervous for you. I'm everything. I just want you to be safe. That's my first and foremost care.
She signs. I'm surprised you didn't tell anyone. I thought you said you needed to.
I'm sorry if I seemed overwhelmed the other night. It was overwhelming. I sought counsel, of course. But nice, I would never forsake your identity. It's what's keeping you safe. You want to stay hidden, don't you?
She like nods and she just signs. Well, I just didn't know if you were just gonna tell them about what happened in the cave, but not about anything else.
Nice, I don't think you understand. Anything about that cave is telling. That doesn't
Why?
happen to just anybody. If anybody. You were visited and chosen by the affinities. That doesn't happen to anybody, dear. That's why I, under the guise of curiosity and being, trying to get knowledge and just what people know about the Chosens back when and how they feel about them. I was just gauging the ground here. We have some very smart people here. I think even revealing your level of control and power over lightning and the tempest and this sword, it's going to be noticeable. And either in a way that people believe you, and now the responsibility falls on you to be a beacon of hope and protection, to be a chosen for them, or they're not going to believe you, and it's still going to put a target on your back either way. Whether you're seen as a grave robber, a fake, a prophet, a false prophet. I believe in you. I've seen the good and the light erupt from you. And I know that you will prove yourself and seemingly find your way. I'm just worried about what that's going to mean in the meantime.
Anais just signs. I'm okay with not telling anyone right now. I don't know how I don't even know how to think outside of a week in the future, let alone anything else. I mean, I have a goal, but I don't know what it will look like or when.
That is something you need to start thinking about, my dear. You are chosen. Your choices have consequences. You are going to be expected to be the answer for everyone's turmoil, to be their protection. You really choose this path. Not only are there dangers, but there are responsibilities that come with it. People are going to look up to you. They're going to seek you out. The second this becomes known, Lytus will know exactly where you are. They will hunt you down unceasingly if they truly believe that you are the answer to the drought.
She signs, how would me coming out as chosen be them knowing about me?
People gossip. We tell stories, legends. I mean,
the chosen are not something light. This is a generational thing. Special. And you can see a conflict in him. It's a lot of just emotions and just, he's excited. This is amazing. It's mind-blowing for the studious, lightheartedness of him. But then the uncle father figure is so overwhelmed and worried for you and scared and not sure how to advise you. He seems so out of his depth that there's this conflict you pick up almost like his emotions and the way he's interacting with you is like a storm within him. You recognize that turmoil in him, but
well, Nice just signs. I'm not sure if it. I mean, I'll say I understand with Lytus, I suppose.
the second they hear about
But
the young elf girl with storm powers being the chosen one, they're going to come investigating.
And Nice just signs. I don't even want anyone to know anyway. But when I talked to the lady in the cave, she just said that I could help people sometimes. So that's all I really thought about when I took it. None of that other stuff you were saying.
I know you can help people even before you were chosen. There's a light inside of you. You've already given me a kernel of hope and happiness that I haven't had and that I didn't think I'd get back. And I wish I could protect you from the world and from the responsibilities of the path that you're on, but you have choices to make. You can run, hide, and ever be running away from your goals and aspirations and keeping yourself protected. Or with the storm behind your back, you can rise and grow stronger and revealed to be the tempest, to do good, to protect people, to stop those that are looking to harm others.
Anais will just kind of sign, I guess I'll just keep it quiet for now until I feel like I could be ready for any attention. I'm not ready for attention right now.
That's your decision. I will be with you every step of the way. There are people here that can be trusted. There are a lot of strangers here as well, and everyone has their own agenda. Everyone has their own passion, their own goals. Say, everyone here wants peace, but in what form, how that looks, in what way, it differs for each person. I just don't know how they're going to react to you. Whatever you want, I'm here to support you.
She just kind of like gives him like a little baby smile, and then she says, I don't know if this will make your day feel better or worse. And then she takes out she has like in her bag or something, she takes out her dad's research notes and she like slides it across the table.
Oh, more surprise. And he just like stops when he sees your dad's handwriting. And just sits down again, slumped in the chair. Where did you find this?
She signs, Zach found it in the bookstore in Rosewood.
You see him holding back tears. They're kind of welling up in the bottom of his eye. May I?
She nods.
He starts looking, flipping through it. And... oh, his research notes. This is amazing. And you know, there's a lot of different pages that spoke on deep arcane stuff, and you know, things that at first glance were over your head, but that Vicarious seems to quickly understand and realize, and picking up on, like, you know, the same lingo that your dad spoke. I thought this was lost with him.
She signs, I thought you had this. Did you not have this?
No.
She signs, Zach said he found it, or Zach said the bookstore owner, it was donated with a bunch of books from the Centaurium.
From here? It wasn't me.
Wait, how long ago did she say that it was donated from?
I'd have to go back and remember.
Okay.
Been a little bit.
I have 1.5 years ago in my notes.
Yeah, the timelines might be a little off.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a second.
We might have to fix the timeline just a little bit. I think I was originally going further back in his research than I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we will retcon that a little bit and say it's a lot more recent than it was.
It was donated more recently. Okay.
Shortly after what you would know to be when they passed away.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So she just says it was donated.
Because it's been what? I think we've said it's been going on 2.5 months, right?
It's been 2.5 months. Yeah.
I'd say about a month after what happened was when it was donated.
Sure.
Sorry. Let me correct that detail as well. Y'all, whew, keeping a wiki on this stuff. Let's go.
Seriously. So she signs, so if you never had this, who would have this?
I don't know. That's kind of worrisome. I don't know. I might be able to ask around, but I don't know how I can do that without raising suspicion.
She signs, well, you worked with him openly, didn't you?
Yes, that's why I'm shocked that no one would have told me that they have found this. Unless they didn't know what it was. Unless it was sent here and someone didn't know what it was and donated it with some of his books. I mean, I have most of his stuff that he had here. He stayed here whenever he traveled. Stayed in that room that you stay in typically. He just seems to be thinking, like, really deep in thought.
Mm-hmm. She's probably, like, thinking, too, like, going in her head. Every person she's met at the Centaurium.
I will see what I can come up with. And I know this means a lot to you. Do you mind if I, when you're done, or when you're ready, do you mind if I borrow this? I'd really much like to go over his research and transcribe it, and maybe even find clues to what he was up to or who he was contacting. It might help in my reach to try and get more information on the Lytus.
Anais nods and she signs. Zach kind of wanted to read it first, if that's okay. I think he might take faster or do it faster than you.
Well then.
She like was. I mean, you're more thorough. She signs.
That's fair. Zachary. You two seem to be getting along a little bit. That's good. Is there anything going on there?
Anais like narrows her eyes.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just curious. I'm sorry. You know, young teenage love. I'm just, it's so precious. You'll see so many people that meet each other here at the Centaurium. It's amazing.
Like college.
It's almost like a dating show. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, sorry. I don't mean to pry. That's good. I'm glad to see that you two get along. Sure. Of course, this is yours. Could only ask to borrow it.
Yeah, she'll sign. I can come give it to you after he looks at it. And maybe you could tell me more about what you were doing. Did you see this volcano ruin thing it was talking about?
Do you point it to him?
Yeah, I pointed to the entry. Like, I will flip it open. I point to the...
He skims over that one. I remember him speaking of it. That's where he told me he found a cat eye. It was one of the first that he found. And he continues reading. Dravar. Did not hear him tell me that he had gone and visited Dravar, though. Interesting.
Who's that? I don't recognize that name.
He was a fellow researcher on the Archivist team, more of a liaison to the other councils. This is a good lead. Maybe I can speak with Dravar and see who he had been, if he knows who had been talking with Kalam or interacted with him prior to... His voice kind of trails off. I will reach out to Dravar and see what I can muscle up. I think this is good. This is a good direction. Thank you.
She signs that he trustworthy?
I don't know. I didn't really interact much with him. Your father and him had very differing viewpoints on their research. But, differing opinions mean good debate. Doesn't necessarily mean nefarious agendas. But I'll try and track him down. It says here they lived near the volcanic ruins. Shouldn't be too hard to track him down. I can look into it and maybe see what he knows. If he's got any tattoos of himself, right?
Yeah, she signs. They do make it kind of obvious.
Depending on where you get it, I assume. He gulps down a whole bunch of water. Sorry, dry throat. It gets a little dry up here in the Arcane Tower. Thank you for telling me all this. Nice, I don't mean to scare you or worry you. I am very happy for you. You know all I care about is making sure you're safe, right?
She nods and she says, signs, I know. You don't even need to force yourself to feel happy for me. I don't really feel happy about it. It's just something that happened.
I am happy. Nice. This is... Everything else aside, this is monumental. To be a chosen, to know a chosen. It's so exciting. To see what you're going to do. People you're going to save. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'll forever be a dad. I'll be worried about you every second of the day that harm will come to you, but the good that your father and I were trying to do, you can far out trump that.
She decides, I think I'm just gonna scale it back and try to figure out this Centaurium thing and how to use this weapon first.
Baby steps, of course. But that's very exciting. I'm someone that looks to the future. I'm a hopeless romantic, if you will. But I trust that you'll find your path. Don't worry, we have much time here. You have classes that start today. So relax, take your time. Listen to what people have to say. We have much experience with the different staff here and the different events that we have planned for you. They're for a reason. And by the end, you'll be ready to decide to be... You'll be ready to decide who you want to be, to step forward back in the world. That's what this journey is all about. Well, starting to get late towards the class. Is there anything else you needed to talk about? I don't mean to rush you out.
That's all I wanted to show you.
You were always welcome here. I don't want you to be late on your first day, right?
Anything to not draw attention to myself, she says, as she picks up her weapon, like wraps it around and puts it. But yeah, so she just signs, thank you. And she takes the book back and she signs, I'll bring this back soon. And
Tell Zachary to hurry. Tell him not to be too thorough.
she nods, like, yeah.
Good.
And she leaves.
Awesome. Yeah, you hear a few pots and pans, and as you're walking down a little, oh god, that grease hurts. But you slowly make your way back down. Zachary, you are making your way back down from your talk as well. Meikai and Kahu, what are you guys up to?
Just eating and watching people.
Yeah, eating food, talking to Ergon, probably talking to Meikai a little bit, and probably go and make sure Carlos is feeling okay.
Oh, yes, that's what I was gonna do. I wanted to do a hangover remedy of ginger and brown sugar and tangerine extract, or at least tangerines.
Oh.
I looked it up.
Yeah, that sounds. Oh. Yeah, try to keep your voices down, please. I've never had this before. My head really hurts.
Yeah, it's called a hangover.
Oh,
Do you not have that down there just because the alcohol kind of diffuses before it gets to your mouth underwater?
Well, you know, this is maybe my first time actually drinking alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, thought I'd have a little fun for the day. But, you know...
pat him on the back.
Thank you. Oh, you know, appreciate
Drink
it.
this.
He looks at it. I don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
He like pinches his nose and just starts like drinking back. What? I don't like it. It's not salty
Keep
enough.
going. Keep
Ugh.
going.
He just like starts adding salt to it to like make it more like salt water. But yeah, he does continue to drink it, and that was strong. But thank you. I'm gonna go lie down.
Yeah, that's probably the best things that you can do.
Yeah, you know, just gonna go find the classroom. Go lie down in it for a little bit. You know.
Yeah, and
Keep the trash can near.
maybe
Yeah.
don't
go
don't
into my room.
drink. Don't drink unless you have the next day off or free time afterwards.
Right, yeah, that would have been good to know yesterday. Yeah, well, now I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
And maybe just have like one one drink and just sit there and like slowly drink it next time. Don't like
Yeah.
you're not under the sea anymore.
Under the sea. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, good tips after the fact. I appreciate it. Good friends there. And there's like his voice is very hushed from like the normal like boisterous.
Yeah. I just assumed that, but now I know.
All right, mate. Appreciate it. And he seems to be like really trying to just get out of this conversation. Like it's hurting his head real bad right now.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys probably are enjoying the fact that he's hangover and yeah, Carlos, what's up? You know, inflecting the voice enough to give him those extra waves of pain.
Don't worry, I think you'll be just fine.
Ah, yeah. Perfect. I think that's a good spot. I think we'll go ahead and take our break here. Go ahead and allow you guys to let the puppers out as Carlos needs a little break here, and we'll come back into it. We'll come back about at the 35 mark or so. So, all right. Thank you guys, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Bye.
Oh, my bread's over there. Okay.
We've been live. All right. Well,
No, we're
back. Guys, we're still going over when I say we're live to let my players know that we're actually live. But hey, we're back from break. Super excited to get back into the game. I love it. I love my players. This is so funny. It's like an ongoing thing, and I love it. I want it to become a thing from now on. Just like say random stuff coming into the break. I think I'm gonna start doing it without telling you guys we're going live and just see what happens.
No,
But,
that's a dangerous game.
It is
to
a very
play.
dangerous game to play. Anyways, so yes, we jump back in. I believe music is still playing, but I'll check on that. We jump back in after some pretty heavy conversations between Zachary and the Dean Eduardo Leon and Ananias Bricarius, trying to understand and unravel the different things that have been happening to each one of them over really the past day or so. Not even the weekend. But we jump back in as both of them are coming back towards the courtyard. Meikai and Kahu, you both, roughly about the same time, finished breakfast after Carlos left a couple, 15 minutes ago. And you all four end up meeting right about the same time in the courtyard. As you guys all know that the classes for the first day are starting in about half an hour in the upper left side of the Centaurium that you guys really haven't been to yet, where some of the staff housing and the large classrooms are. There's about 4 different classrooms, but everyone's been told to meet up in the courtyard for the beginning of classes, if that is what you guys so deem to do. So I will jump back in.
Well, Zach wants to grab Sasha and the other 3.
Oh, good morning,
and talk
Zachary.
to them.
You look,
Hi, good
you look
morning.
nice today.
You too.
Good morning, everyone. Hi.
Morning.
So I am wondering if all of you would be willing to help me with something. I spoke to the dean, and he gave permission to go up into the mountains to try to get a flower that will help my sister who is sick.
I hope you don't
And-
mind. I've already asked the others if they want to join too.
Who?
The other representatives?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alana,
I mean, anybody can come, I guess.
Alana. I think Carlos is out of action for Jay, but a lot of them said they'll go. I didn't tell them really what we're doing, but it was very important and dire.
Okay.
I'm actually quite impressed with the reactions.
Yeah, so, are you guys okay coming? I thought
Sure.
you'd be good at it. Stuff.
Oh,
Anais writes, so your sister, a flower, she's sick. What?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, what happened? Can you explain?
My sister got sick, and no one can help her. And they said maybe this flower can be used to help her.
hmm.
It's called a Nox root. It's green leaves, and it's purple petals.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Is this the sister that I've met?
No. This is my younger sister of those two.
It's the first time you've ever asked me for anything, so can't say no.
Okay.
I'd
She
like
writes-
to help.
Nice writes, how old is your sister? Sorry.
8, right?
7.
She writes, do you know what she's sick with?
No. No one does. But she's getting worse, and I gotta try to help her.
Is this going like right now?
Yeah, I mean, they said we can go right away.
Yeah. They only ever go through syllabuses and stuff the first day anyways. We're not missing anything.
Anais writes, I don't mind not doing this. Of course, I'll help.
I don't
Right.
know what a syllabus is, but Meikai seems to be confident that it'll be fine.
It's an explanation of what to expect in the class over the whole however long you're there.
I appreciate it. You can discuss later. Let's Zach, I'm there for you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. So, it's dangerous though.
That's fine.
So I should go grab my spear.
Grab all your spears.
And all your spares.
Everything.
Just bring the whole armory, Kahu. Just
Anais writes, do you know how long it'll be? Do we need to bring food?
Probably should bring some stuff. And how far away is the mountain? Like looking up at it.
I mean, you guys are right on the crest of the mountain at the foothills of it. Based on kind of like what you've asked around and your estimations, I mean, it depends on how long it's going to take you to find this. But to get into the forest proper, easily within an hour. To trek all the way to the top, if you're able to do it pretty efficiently, it'll probably take about a half day to get to the summit.
So we might be able to get back by nighttime if we can go quick.
Do we know anybody who has climbing gear?
Maybe that's a class here? Alright, maybe we go ask, Sans?
Extracurricular.
Yeah, rock club!
Let's go find some. I have a feeling we'll want it. We're gonna be up in the mountains.
Okay, so why don't we all just go grab stuff we need to and meet back here in 15 minutes?
Kahu and I will go get the climbing gear and, weapons. And,
Can we make that? Can we make that like 25? It takes me like 10 minutes to put my armor on.
Sure.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Don't forget to grab warm clothes.
Next month. Fantastic. So
Go team.
Sasha like already had her hand in, was like, no one else did it. Like, oh great, okay. She just turns and starts walking. Yeah, towards the residence hall.
Anais will like kind of like take Zach aside for a second and she'll like pull up her hand and then write something and it says, Bri wanted to look at my book. If we're gonna leave, should I leave it with him first and then you can look at it later, or do you want to bring it with you?
Oh yeah, that's okay. I won't be able to read it today, so.
So she just nods and says, I'll give it to him.
Perfect.
So
So-
I will probably go to Bry and I'm going to leave him the book
Mhm.
so he can look at it. And I think I might leave the weapon with him.
Wow.
I don't know. Thinking about it anyway, because I don't have my cool sheath thing that can hide it,
Mhm.
right?
Really up to you.
How long did it say take? How long is that gonna take? Like a day?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure it was going to be ready today.
Oh, it was.
I think.
Is it on the way over to the mountains or is it opposite direction?
I mean, kind of make a roundabout, but it is adding a little time to the mountains.
Mhm. I guess as I'm walking, can I like ask the storm if I should never like leave it, or is if it's okay, like for any feelings that like should I keep it or should I not?
Sure. It's a partly cloudy day. There's no real
Mm-hmm.
storm clouds in the sky. It's not really too sunny either. But as you kind of make this question, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom
saving
check.
throw?
Sorry.
Oh.
The wisdom check.
What do you mean?
Yo,
He's mad I even
the
asked?
shadow is back.
I know I get parent. Oh my gosh, I rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, fair enough. It's one of those situations where the DM's like, I mean, if you get a nat 20, sure. Okay. You close your eyes and connect yourself. This time less so into the storm, but more now into the tranquility of just the sky above and the winds, and feeling the relationship between the water and the skies and the clouds, and you kind of just get the sense of peace of what you're about to go into, that it doesn't always have to be turmoil around you, that he's still there within even this moment, right? You feel a special connection to that weapon. It feels part of you, like an extension.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, and I feel like a piece around me thinking about it, I'm like, never, I'm gonna keep it then. Very not sneaky at all. But you know, what can you do? Work with what you got.
Are you
So
still
I'm just gonna
wrapping
give
it up
Bri the-
like you did
Yes.
before, or are you trying to
Yeah.
go to Rosewood? What's the plan?
Well, I don't think I have time to go to Rosewood.
It's up to you guys to decide what you want to do.
So, I will go to Bri first. I'll drop off the book.
Easy enough. He's heading towards the classrooms.
And perfect.
See you there. Hopefully it'll be in my first class of the day.
Then I sign. I'm actually helping Zach.
I'm just kidding. I
With
heard it's gone around. We all know.
Oh.
We're not all gonna sit there and expect a whole classroom of one person. It's fine. We all canceled classes for today. Be safe. Please.
Since I will. And she gives him a little hug, like me on the side, and then
He gives you a big hug. Kinda
Okay.
hugs you tight. But yeah, you're quite easily able to give it to him. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll get a weapon, a different one to use.
Did you already have one?
now. The glaive. Yeah, I guess I'll take it from my room.
Okay. You have double glaive in it.
So, yep. And I don't, if Zach is seeming like he's in a huge hurry, I'm not going to try and make a big deal to go get this extra thing. So I'm just going to keep it wrapped up.
Zachary, do you seem like you're in a big hurry?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And I'm unaware of this sheath thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
I'm
Anais,
just-
are you even bringing it up to him what you have to do, or is it kind of just noticing he's in a? You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just won't.
Okay.
It's fine.
Sasha seemingly is going to her room. Seems to be cladding up in any armor that she has. Kahu, you wanted to go find sand, is that right?
So I would sprint off, go up to my room, pull my hammock down, grab my spear, and kind of throw some rations and some items in there, wrap the hammock up, kind of turn into a sling thing, and my warm cloak that I use in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would take off to the armory and see if I can grab maybe like a couple extra javelins and maybe a couple extra daggers.
Yeah, very much
In
easily
case
so.
people need them. And then I would see if Eli's around and see if he would know if there's a place I could find some climbing gear.
So you go back into the armory, you're kind of grabbing all this stuff. Eli is nowhere to be seen, but you do see Garrick Stone, the Earth Genasi, who seems to be kind of in the corner repairing some weapons and kind of just giving you a look over. And you look like you're getting ready for war there, buddy.
Hopefully not needed, but don't know what other people are bringing and preparing, so I'm bringing what I know.
Fair enough. Word's going that all the representatives are going out full-scale invasion on the mountain today.
Sounds like Zach is in need of some help.
Good luck. Any
Would you
yeah.
would you happen to know if there's a place that we can get some gear to help us for climbing the mountainside if it's needed?
Climbing. Yeah, sure. Hold on. Come over here. And he kind of brings you to like the back side of the building, and there's a shed that kind of like is housing different gear and things like that. And he takes out a couple of packs that have climbing gear, rope, stuff like that.
Do I owe you for any of this?
Nah, it's the Centauriums. They ain't mine.
I appreciate it.
Hey, real quick though, y'all the ones that were asking questions about Liara yesterday, huh? Seemed a little spooked about you.
Aye.
Look, I don't know what your intentions are, what exactly y'all were looking into, but she's like a little sister to me. Let me take care of her, alright? Y'all just focus on yourself.
Just we helped her the other day. It was odd that she didn't remember.
I'm sure she appreciates any help you give her, but let us handle ourselves. Understood? I love your
Well,
face.
if you
I can
do
just
need
see
help,
the
let me know.
wheels turning in your head right now.
Yeah, insight check that.
Sure, go ahead.
17.
Seems very protective of Liara, yeah. What exactly are you trying to glean?
Well, I'm aware that Liara has something strange there. And I guess I'm trying to glean, like, not only is he protective, but, like, is he aware that there's something about her that he needs to be extra protective about?
I mean, it's really hard to pick up just from his body language and what you've been talking about so far. Whether necessarily he's hiding something or not, it just seems like they deal with their own among themselves sort of thing. Just asking you to focus on you and let them handle their own kind of thing.
I try not to pass by people who need help when they need it.
Great
But I
attribute
won't
to
go out
have.
of my way if it's needed.
Good. Glad you understand. We're all here to help.
Appreciate the help.
Y'all be safe out there. You bring the little ones back safe and sound, do you hear?
Do the best I can.
Good. If you ever need any of those weapons fixed, you let me know.
Heard there's a few custom requests from some of the representatives. If y'all have any requests, y'all let me know. Might need to find supplies yourself, but you bring them to me and I'll make you some mighty fine weapons.
I might be willing. How do I say this? Would you ever be willing to share how to fix the weapons?
Trying to learn this trade.
It's a fine thing to know how people create things instead of destroy.
That's a great way of putting it. I haven't had too many people even pay attention to me, but yeah, sure. You want any tips on smithing, tools, how to mend your weapons? More than happy to teach you anything I know.
I'll be by.
Garrick, he kind of puts out his hand.
Kahurangi.
Kahurangi. All right. Starts walking back to the smithing anvil.
I kind of put everything up, tie it up, and I sprint back to where we said we'd meet back up.
Cool. Awesome.
Make sure I get a couple rations.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Mekai, anything specific?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any climbing gear or anything that we can borrow that resembles it.
Yeah, you walk into the armory as Kahu's getting handed and turning around with the climbing gear that Garrick just gave him.
Oh, okay. Cool. I thought that we were doing that together, but maybe I went a different way.
He sprinted ahead of you. You kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just walked.
Yeah. But anything else? Anything else you need to do to prepare?
Just getting. I guess I'll just go back to my room. I'll also sprint because that's what we're doing, and I'll gather up some warmer things, and then just like a warmer jacket thing that I had, or cloak thing that I had bought, and bring that with.
Okay.
Some scarves, because that's what we are now.
Yeah, you guys are running around as you see Queen Alana, Sir Sarkreed, and Anir all decked out and Sasha all in their ready for battle wear, warm clothes, weapons on their side. They seem to be nonchalantly just walking though, heading towards the courtyard to meet up with y'all. They don't seem to be high school running around in the hallways. But yeah. So if that's it, you guys all eventually find yourselves all gathering up in the courtyard. It's the four of you and those four: Sasha, Anir, Alana, and Sir Sarkreed. They all just kind of be standing around a little bit, and Zachary, as you walk in, the queen steps forward and says, Sasha was saying that there's something we could do to help your sister. And anything it is, we'll come with and help.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for helping. We're looking for a flower called Noxroot. It's green leaves and purple petals. And it's up at the top of the mountain, supposedly. So, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, I was just about to, I love Zach so much. This sounds like just very much a, hey, welcome to the conference that we're starting here today. 50% off, yeah. No, I love Zach. Zach's awesome.
Is anybody good at leading, like, up mountains and wilderness stuff?
I mean, I've walked around a lot of places for a long while.
I'm better at star navigation, but I'm sure with somebody else's help, we could probably figure out how to guide up the way.
Sir Sarkreed is kind of standing there with like his quarterstaff just kind of like on his shoulders with his arms flapped over. And if you need some help, I can give you some assistance. I'm pretty well trained in the mountains. As you guys
Cool,
all
you
know,
go
he's
first.
from Granica.
So maybe you should take the lead, and we'll follow you.
Sure thing. Sounds like a plan. So we're all heading out? I didn't want to sit through a boring class anyway.
Hey, eat the door.
Look, I already ate today. I don't think I need to eat any doors, but sure, if that's what you need to do, let's get going.
Yeah,
Finally make guys need some fiber.
let's go.
Awesome. So you guys begin your trek, leaving Carlos, Joarston, Marston, Jonah, and Ergon, surprisingly, behind. We'll see how he takes that later. As you guys begin your trek out from the Centaurium, the morning mists just starting to fade away. You guys begin your trek up kind of the main path and then curve around up a path that starts heading up the mountain. It's easy enough for the first hour or two. It's just a mountainous path that seems to lead up towards a homestead. But then it starts turning into a walking path and eventually no path at all. Kahu, why don't you give me a survival check with advantage if you're going to be the one leading this adventuring group.
Wasn't it
I thought
Sarkreed?
it was Sarkreed. Was
He's going to give you advantage, so he's going to assist him
Oh.
because,
He can probably
22.
see the best. There you go.
yeah, I'm really big on having you guys roll as much as I can. So even if you want to roll for Sir Carcreed, you can if you want to use his stat instead of yours. But I prefer, giving advantage so you guys can at least have the rolls versus me.
Sure.
Yeah, if that makes sense. What'd you get?
22.
Yeah, we're fine. 22. Yeah, you guys start quickly kind of finding a path, Sir Car and yourself, kind of carving through any extra vines in here.
One of the short swords out. I'm using to hack stuff like a machete.
As we go up, can I pass a health potion, one to Sasha, one to Makai, and one to Anais?
Oh,
Sure.
the ladies.
Thank you, Zachary. Do you have one as well?
Yeah, I still have one, and just in case you need one or someone around you needs one, then you have it.
Thank you. I'm sure we won't need it. We have so many great people here. It'll be fine. Anir
Hopefully.
and the Queen seem to be quite focused, looking around. A little bit of
Anais,
curiosity.
when you hand it to her, she kind of shakes her head and she opens her bag, and there's actually a health potion from Liara when we saved her forever
Oh
ago
yeah.
that she
Alright.
has, and so she
Okay.
hands it back and
I'll go-
points to the rest of the people.
I'll give it to Kahu then.
As you go to hand it to me, I'll kind of whisper in your ear and be like, "Does the queen need one?"
I think she can take care of herself pretty well. I've seen her fight before.
Good to know. I'll grab it. I'll add it to this stash.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So as you guys continue your trek, a very loose marching order. So we have Kahu, Sirkar in the front. Who's in the rear? Let's put it that way. Who would be rearing this group? Anyone specifically, or do you want Alana and Anir to do it?
I might and really try and keep my eye out for stuff.
Okay. At this point, you guys are starting to get into the upper side of the mountain. The incline starting to hit a little bit more, and you're starting to hear different bird sounds and animal sounds in the distance as you're starting to get into the thick of this forest. Are you guys going stealthy? Just trembling through? What's kind of the marching speed as well?
I think I'm trying to keep on the quieter side, but keeping pace with everybody.
Yeah, I'm following whatever pace the leaders are doing. So
So yeah,
Yeah.
Kahu,
Yeah.
what kind of pace are you creating for the group?
Um, well, you said you needed to get there quick, right?
sure, yeah, let's go.
So
Cool.
it would be a quick but sustainable pace.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to
Um,
be trying to exhaust people, but I'm going to be trying.
Why don't you guys
Keep
all give
things
me stealth checks with a disadvantage?
I have no reason to
Ananias,
think
why don't you give
hiding
me
stuff.
perception as well?
Me?
As you said, you were looking out.
Yes.
10.
17
Did
first
we get,
off.
do we get a natural one?
No.
14.
I was this close to 2 natural 20s.
Jeez, dude. Those
I got a
dice, eh?
19 and a 20, so I got a 21 on my stealth.
Crazy.
25 perception.
25. Awesome.
Oh, are we rolling perception too?
Just
If
me.
you're looking
I'm
out.
not-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she specifically said it. Okay. Sorry, I heard Zachary and Kahu's stealth. What are y'all's stealth?
14.
17.
Okay, yeah. So y'all are.
Mine was a 21.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, you guys are doing fairly good pace, and seem to be kind of hacking through to the heart of this mountain and to the core of it. You're looking out. What are you looking out for, Nice?
The flower and enemies.
Enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll good enough for both. You look around. There's plenty of flowers that seem to be I don't know how to explain. Like kind of that fall, like they're starting to prepare for hibernation style. Like they're not out in full bloom. There's plenty of like bushes and flowers you can see that are slowly starting to prepare themselves and to fall off the petals. Nothing quite attracts your attention from, or gains your attention to the description Zachary gave you. But you can start hearing whistlings and echoes of creatures in different parts of the wood. You don't seem to be approaching on anything specifically at this moment, and nothing seems to be threatening you, but there's this echo and haunt coming from different parts of the forest that, different like owl sounds, and you can every so often hear a howl or a growl off in the distance. It seems to echo through. The wind's starting to pick up now. You guys spend a good few more hours. How far are you pushing into this before you guys start breaking up looking for flowers? Are you guys looking the whole time? What's kind of what's the plan of action here?
I feel like we'd be looking the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Does-
didn't they say it was up near the top?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they said it's pretty near the top that you'd probably find this. Yeah.
so I probably wouldn't even focus on looking until we got near the top.
And
But
if that's
I will-
what I've been told, I'd just keep pushing.
You're kind of taking like a direct shot.
Direct safe
Um,
shot.
I do want to keep looking back to Anais though, because I know she can't or she won't yell out if she sees anything. So I want to keep watching to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good point. Your person in the rear is.
Yeah, it's
So-
completely quiet.
I'm gonna keep checking on her every 15 seconds or something, just a quick look.
After a few times looking back, your eye catches Sasha, and she is giving a quite flustered look of almost. Give me an insight roll.
This is jealous.
She rolled a natural one. She's not doing good right now.
18.
She looks pissed.
Awkward.
There's like, what's going on with this kind of thing at the moment? look, but she doesn't say anything. She's kind of like on the other side of Meikai, but you definitely pick up on some angst and some heated eyeballs coming from Sasha herself. After a while, you guys end up spending a good portion of the morning and get to about the point of high noon, about when the sun is overhead. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. That you guys start getting to a portion where it starts to becoming a lot steeper. Almost to the point of like different cliff sides, rocks starting to form in this. The trees slowly beginning to come a little bit more sparse and less dense in between. Sirkar at some point turns to you, Kahu, and says, "Look, what do you think about splitting up, gaining some more ground? I know this one over here can send some messages and keep in contact, but what do y'all think? Save some time?"
Zach, it's your expedition we're pushing in here on.
He is the leader, of course. You hear from Sasha.
I mean, we probably don't want to be too far apart, though, in case something bad happens.
Oh, of course. Mage, Baldy, what did you say your message thing was? And you just kind of see like Anir kind of like rolls his eyes over at Sirkar, and he goes, I reckon I think about 150 feet. I can keep in contact with you guys.
Yeah, okay.
Anais writes. She's probably writing as everyone's saying stuff, so it's not like too delayed where everyone's standing there. But she
Alana
writes.
kind of puts up a finger to everyone, kind of like notifying them.
Oh, that's nice. Anais writes, or we could do this, and she like does like the thaumaturgy thing where there's like a little bit of like rumbling, but she makes it really small so it's not all over the place. It's just a little bit, and then she like puts out her hands like or bigger.
I mean, that's pretty cute there. I would say we're trying not to attract attention. My message is a little bit more quiet. I can do it telepathically. And he
She
kind of
nods like that's better.
he points his finger towards you and just says, "It's a pretty neat trick, but it's gonna attract some attention as well." And you just kind of hear it in your mind, like a whisper in your ear. Yep.
With it being kind of less sparse or less trees up here, I can shoot some fire up in the air too. That maybe could be like a flare if we need help.
Yeah, of course. We got a good old thunder fire. I can shoot up a few things if it's that dire. I was just trying to say, if try and keep this element of surprise. I'll keep in contact with you guys every 5-10 minutes for sure.
Okay, we could do that.
Cool. So I guess us four will go this way. Sasha, you coming with us? Sure. I'd be more than happy to. And she.
Saw Creed. Any recommendations? Additional tips for scaling mountainsides?
Don't fall.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And he kind of like jokes for a second, and he walks over and he's kind of shows a few points of being the first one up, and recommending to have your most sure-footed go up first, and to make an anchor tie at the top, and then tying off each person shorter than the cliffside, so that if they do fall, they're caught. So yeah, I recommend sending your first climber up first.
Do you need any climbing gear yourself?
Nah, I'm prepared. We're good.
I'm gonna go tell Sasha to be safe then. She's leaving our group.
Good luck.
Do you pull her aside at all?
Good luck.
Or is it like...
I just
she,
kind of
like,
walk over. It's like, yeah, be safe.
Oh no, you too.
Pat.
Keep everyone safe. She's like looking right at Anais. Hashtag awkward.
Yeah. Be safe.
You too.
You sure you don't want to come with us?
Well, it seems only right. 4 and 4. I mean, no reason to go either way, right? Let's go. And she kind of just starts walking off. So Car's like, I wouldn't. We should probably go around the other way. Seems a little less steep that way. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Sure. And she just starts stomping off. Alana, you just see Alana looking between you, like rolling her eyes.
Okay,
And
guys,
you're-
let's get the flower.
And Nier kind of walks up and puts his hand on your shoulder. It's alright, buddy. Women, you know, sometimes you just gotta make it up to them later. Or men.
Okay.
However you roll.
Anyway, let's get the flower.
And Nier kind of chuckles, giving Kahu a little like grin and laugh. But yeah, so they begin to split off to the left. A little bit more of a steep cliffside there. And go about 150 feet. And you guys begin to prepare. Anais, you hear a check 1 2. Still hear me?
Well, with message, you have to whisper the message.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, it's just he hears nothing. Unless he can see me.
At this point.
But if he
Sorry.
can't see me,
There's a
then
good, like,
no.
there's
Use properly sign language that. I apologize.
there's a
Totally
few-
destroyed
yeah.
that.
There's a few minutes that go by. Mankai, you hear, hey, Nice ain't answering. Y'all okay?
Yeah, she doesn't talk. So talk to me or Zach or Kahu.
You didn't tell me that before we left. All right, sure.
I thought you knew.
Yeah, I'll send you the message. All right.
I thumbs up even though it's in my head.
He doesn't see.
I know. I know.
Cool. So, how are you doing this? There's a pretty good sized cliff, maybe 20, 30 feet up.
Yeah, I'll go up first.
Okay, Mankai, you're gonna try and do the anchor point.
Yes.
Let me
No?
be the anchor point.
Uh.
You can.
But I just have to go up and tie, right?
Yeah, but. I feel like. If anybody else. We only have like 2 of these things of climbing gear, so maybe have you be. Like the 3rd one, and then we can have a rope between me and the 2nd, and then you and the 3rd, and then we kind of have like a tag team we can run.
I thought we were just going up and tying it.
I mean, how far up is this?
About 25, 30 feet on this sheer. You're still, from your guess, maybe going on 2/3 of the way up this mountain.
What's our climbing speed? It's not the same as our walking speed, is it? I know like swimming speed is like what, half?
Give me a second.
I
You
think
want to
it's
like
half,
run at
but-
me and I give you a boost?
Doesn't have to do with your like dexterity or something.
I mean, I think we roll athletics or something, and you can decide
I mean,
how
that's
quick it actually is.
that's what I
but-
was gonna do, is just have you guys do
Mm.
athletics rolls for success. But
I can also try throwing you up as high as I can.
face plant into the side of the mountain.
so just half speed.
Oh, okay. Technically, I could get up this thing if I use a key point. As long as I am successful on getting up there.
Here. If you think you're good, you can do it quickly enough. I'll hand you the stuff, and I'll go walk over to the cliff wall, and I'll kind of brace up and give you a probably
Okay.
close to a 10-foot boost.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to use a key point then to go up this at double, so that's 40 feet.
Okay. Give me a athletics roll at advantage.
All right, that is a 19.
19.
Not bad. Yep.
Yeah, you're able to quickly find some footing and easily, quite adeptly, Kaho. You're actually kind of surprised. You're very nimbly able to kind of make your way up without even slipping. Find each foothold just proper, and you get to the top, and you're more than easily able to find like a kind of a rock base, kind of like able to tie off an anchor, something, and send it back down.
Yep.
Who's going next?
Before I climb up, I want to cast Mage Armor on myself, just in case.
Fair enough. Sure. Are you going next?
Sure, I can go next.
With the rope
Give him a boost as well.
and the boost, I'll give it with advantage.
20.
20. It's not as quickly, but you're able to definitely get up there with kind of the assistance and not fall. So who's going next?
I look at Kahu.
Anais, give him a boost.
I'm gonna give her a boost as well.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Just throws him up there. What?
Vaulted.
Okay, so it's with advantage.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. That is a 6. Hold on. I'm sorry.
6 total?
No. It's more than that. Don't worry. I just forgot my. what
Man,
my
y'all need to
is.
roll some low rolls. Come on now.
14.
14. All right, so you're able to start climbing up, and you make it about halfway before slipping down again.
That was great
Just like
timing.
that?
Man,
That was great timing.
Wow, it was so immersive. I really felt that slip.
This is like, more people need to watch this. We really dive in.
I planned that all out, guys. I'm a DM that thinks ahead.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, you find yourself kind of like slipping and caught yourself on the rope. But you can go ahead and give me another roll to try and get up the rest of the way.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Kyle, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1.
You're sitting there waiting to catch her as all of a sudden you see her scramble, and as she's falling backwards, the rope snaps. There's a little bit of a weak point, and you're like, I got you! Boom.
Oh,
A nice.
Are you okay?
You have the wind knocked out of you as you fell about 15 feet. Take about 3 points of fall damage for me.
I'm just gonna be waiting. Breathe.
Wow.
Oh, like y'all are rolling really well. I need some ones in here.
Breathe.
Well, you got him.
Oh no, are you guys okay?
Yeah, I probably just lay there like trying to catch my breath for a minute. Like,
Anais! Kahu, why didn't you catch her?
She fell that way.
Yeah, she kind of like
expecting-
she had kind of like bounced off the rock with her knee and kind of like re-angled herself at the last second past you. Oh, man. So funny.
I'll probably like sort of start to get up after like a minute of trying to catch my breath. Ow!
Double ones, yes, such a nerd. I love the dice.
Do you mind if I you wanna just hold on to my back while I climb up?
Get on, Spider Monkey.
Yeah, she probably looks super dazed and she just kind of nods and like.
I'm gonna take the broken rope and like use it to like hold her on a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then put on the
Kahu,
climbing gear.
you have to roll with disadvantage because you have no rope and someone on your back.
I got climbing gear.
You have climbing gear, it ain't tied off to anything. Unless you want to try and throw it up to one of them first.
Oh, you're doing this barehanded?
I mean, the rope broke, so you don't have the rope right now.
True.
Unless you want to try and throw it up there first.
There's a 14 at disadvantage.
You make it about halfway up. Your muscles start straining.
Do I
The
make it
rope
to the
should be
rope?
there.
Yeah, I'll say you're
The rope
able
that
to
snapped.
make it to that
Yeah.
next rope, just barely. Go ahead and give me another roll straight this time.
22.
22.
Oh, when you said yeah, I was like, you rolled another one. Oh no.
Anais is a pancake.
Yeah.
Anais, for a
Don't.
second, you feel like he's starting to fall, but realize he's
I
actually.
leap up and
You realize he's holding the rope and walking up, but just leaning backwards very far. You're like holding on tight all of a sudden.
Her eyes are probably huge. She's like,
Starting to come out of your
Storm
daze
Lord,
again.
protect me.
Anais,
catching up.
Give me a strength check. Love you, dear. But
she is tied to me.
poor Anais.
I am.
Oh, that's right. You did tie. Never mind.
I am.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
11.
Forgot
Oh,
about the tying. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're good. I was
He
thinking you were
thought
just
ahead.
holding on. Yeah. That would not have gone well. No, I was gonna say it was a 10. You would have been
So
fine.
cruel.
I love climbing checks. They're some of my favorite things. Especially when they don't go well, because like, well, that just took a while. About halfway up, Meikai, as you're watching them roll up, you're like, oh, we made it to the top. How are you guys doing? And all of a sudden you see an eye.
Wait, they've
Wait,
come
what are
up.
you talking about?
Meikai, you get a message in your ear. You hear Nier's
Oh.
voice. Yeah, we made it to the top. You guys doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good. You made it up to the top?
Just finishing up.
Great. All right. I'll keep in touch.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I won't even give him an insight roll. He's got no reason to wonder. But yeah. So, Kyle, you're eventually able to get up to the top. It slowed you guys down about a good 30 minutes. All of this in total to able to get to the top. But now that you're on the edge of this little cliffside facing out, you're not quite at the summit, and there are some little forest edge here. But you're up above the tree line that was down below, and you can see this beautiful sight hanging down. You guys are quite close to the cloud line here. And looking down, you can see the Centaurium and Rosewood. And you can't see New Organia, that's on the other side. But you can see a large mountain volcano in the distance. You all feel a little pang in your chest as Zachary, you can see the floating rocks of Celestia. Meikai, you can see the valleys behind the mountains of Hanasuka. And Kahu, you can see the large Goliath mountain and where Fusuaga would be on the other side. It's a very beautiful sight.
Tall mountain.
But you guys continue to trudge forth, right?
I'm gonna take the broken rope off. I'm gonna put a fresh rope on, so that when we come back, we'll have a fresh rope to go down.
Gotcha. Smart. Okay. So you're leaving that rope here?
Yeah, but I'll kind of coil it up so that like someone can't just follow up.
Sure.
But if we're coming down, we can easily throw it down and head out.
So you took 2 climbing gears, 1 broke. You have the other one tied up here. Does anybody else have rope on them? Just want to plan.
Well, I naturally had rope on me anyways.
Okay. So you
I
guys
think I
have
did
stuff, okay.
too. Yeah.
I have
Just in
50
case
feet of
someone
silk
broke.
rope on me.
Okay. Cool.
I
Good.
have rope.
Just checking.
Oh yeah, I also have a bunch
Gotta
of
carry.
rope.
Gotta put my hammock up somehow.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
true.
All right. So you guys carry forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Same speed.
I will pace it as quickly as I can while being as safe as possible, if that makes sense.
But not being necessarily stealthy, right?
Yeah.
That's the Beacon Aura answer. Yeah. Go as quick as we can, as safe as we can. Give me stealth rolls with a disadvantage. Kahu, I want a survival check,
I would like to still be perceptive.
and I'll come back to that. Yep.
Yes.
Another 10.
These are
14.
these are all stealth, right?
Yes.
You need me to do a perception check?
We'll come back to that. Survival and stealth with disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, my stealth disadvantage was a 4.
Whack. Whack.
Ooh. Loud.
My survival was an 8.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's just straight roll survival, right?
Yes. Yep. Now y'all can give me either 4 perception checks or 2 with advantage. You guys want to assist each other? It's up to you.
I will assist.
You can help me, Zach.
Yes.
I can assist Makai.
Okay. I was gonna say my perception's good.
21.
Mine's good too.
An advantage. And make 2 of them, or make 1 at advantage.
1 at advantage.
1 at advantage. Nice took the
Nine.
other one.
19.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys are making decent headway. Kahu, you start taking the outside path up the mountain, kind of like a curve up instead of like a direct path. Takes a few, there's some more, it's not as steep of an incline, but there's some more growth that you have to whack through. After about another hour, you guys, it's just cracking afternoon into the early afternoon. You guys start making your way up this incline of trees. Very large trees that start ending up into the cliffside here. Larger rocks being found, and you stumble across what seems to be some sort of path. Which is weird, because this whole time it's been untrekked ground. This seems to be some sort of like walking path that you come across. And nice, you see it first, Makai right afterwards. You kind of like put a hand on Kahu's shoulder. It's eerie quiet here. All of the sounds that echoed before is quiet at this level in the mountain. And Anais, you look forward and you see a shape sitting in a tree before you. And all of a sudden, looking around, both Makai and Anais, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of eyes, yellow eyes, peering at you from ranches of owls. White, bristled owls with dark spots. And Anais, you see on the branch a humanoid-esque figure with a hood up, feathers adorned all the way down, with almost like owl motif all the way down, with a whole nother set of owls next to this feminine humanoid figure. Who comes here? Yeah, thanks. Glad you got on that.
Us.
Answer of the year.
Why do you come here?
We're finding a flower.
This female seems to have the shadow covering her face from this owl motif hood. But you see dark brunette hair coming down to like just past her shoulder. It seems to be very unkept. Very of the land-ish.
Who are you up here with all these owls?
I am one of the land. We live here. Why do you trespass on our land?
Oh, we didn't mean to. We just tried to find a flower for this
Can-
guy's sister.
While she's talking, can I roll insight to see if she's looking at us like a threat or if she's more just curious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Insight.
I want to do that too, as I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
with her.
Kahu, Zach, as
18.
you're now standing there.
23.
23, okay.
Oh, nice.
You're now looking around and start to realize you're almost surrounded by owls right now. Doesn't seem to be a threat. She seems to be very curious. At this
I'm
moment.
gonna kind of lean back in like posture of non-aggression.
So, is what do you call your tribe us, then? Very confusing.
My name's Meikai. That's Anais. That's Kahu, and that's Zach, whose sister is sick. And we're here to find a flower with green petals. No, green leaves and purple petals. And it's called the Noxweed. I look at Zach.
Noxroot.
Noxroot.
Please do you know where this is? Can you tell us?
What a strange name you call it. It sounds like the Shadow's Bane is what I believe we call the same thing you're looking for. Where do you come
Yes.
from? Are you not from the mountain? Quite obviously so.
Down there.
Can I see the Goliath Mountain from here?
Not from here. You guys kind of like got back into the woods. You guys are a little into the thick of it at the moment.
I'll just kind of point in the direction of where I last saw it. And I'll say, there's a peak far in the distance. And I come from beyond that.
Far away, man. Fascinating. I've never left here. We are the natives to this land. You are all the ones invading our mountain. You come here assuming to take what is not yours?
Well, do you want something in exchange for it?
It is not us who own this land. We mere live with it, among it, respecting the nature and spirits of the mountain.
Oh.
So what is your intentions again? And she looks at you, Zachary. You said your sister?
Yes. She's sick and she needs it.
That is a dark sickness to fall on someone if they need Shadow's Bane.
So you see how important it is then. Please.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on. 22.
22.
Eh,
He's just Zacky puppy eyes.
yeah.
I can sense the good intentions within you. You seem to have a good heart. And she pulls down her hood, and she has wide brown eyes. A younger girl who seems to be of a little bit darker skin. You can see different beads in her hair. Very kind of picking up on a very druidic motif and sense from her. Be respectful of the lands, and we will keep you no harm.
I mean, we don't want to hurt it. We just want to use the natural abilities that the land has to give to us.
The land giveth, and the land taketh away. We are protectors of this land. The guardians. And she looks around to the different owls and my brethren, my sisters. And she points back the way you guys were going, but kind of redirecting your path up towards the summit a little bit more. You will find what you are looking for that way. But be careful. Darkness seems to be spreading in our forest. Where you will find the Shadow's Bane, you will find creatures who have succumbed to this darkness. They will test you, and the mountain will see if you are deemed worthy to take of its fruits.
Thank you.
And Nice will write and she'll show it to Zach so he can ask. But she writes, ask her if there's anything her people feel like is disrespectful to the land that we might not know.
What would be disrespectful? the land.
Taking and not giving, wasting. There's so many that have, and she kind of turns towards the way of New Organia. So many that cut down our trees, take for profit. They do not give back to the land. They do not recognize that we were here first, living in harmony. They come here seeking treasure, power. Only take what you need from the mountain. And if the mountain deems you worthy, you will leave alive.
So if we pass the test, we can take the flower.
I think part of it is we only take what we absolutely need,
The one.
as the way of life always is.
This one understands nature. You seem one in tune with the spirits, especially so. She's like looking over at you curiously, Kahu.
Nice looks over
Better.
curiously at Kahu too.
Yeah.
The land has taken
They're
from
all-
you and given it back, hasn't it?
I think the land gave first, and then later took.
I don't think so. We are
There
not
wiser
stopping you.
minds than mine.
Oh, what'd you say?
So there are wiser minds than mine that
Mhm.
better understand these things.
You hear a "Hurr" from around you. It is best to respect the spirits, the wisdom that they offer us, and the gifts that they bestow. We will cause you no harm. You are free to take what you can. Be careful what the darkness will try to steal from you as well. Just kind of looking over at all of you, just very curiously.
So should we go?
Sure. Yeah, let's. I'll turn and start walking and like being really careful about where I'm stepping now.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's well, that's a 6.
You take your first step, and then like all of a sudden you realize you just stepped on a flower. And quickly, sorry, and then continue like walking around different stuff, and you just hear a little giggle from this woman. Farewell, friends. Be safe, Anais, Zachary, Mekai, Ahurangi.
You as well.
Yeah, Nice like kind of like dips her head like and thanks.
And you see her into the shape of an owl. Wow. And you see most of the owls disperse a bit. One or two kind of seem to be keeping an eye on you.
Seems like we took a wrong turn somewhere, but they've given us a direction as to where to go next.
Do you think that the other group has maybe run into this lady too? Or do you think there's like another owl person that's.
I'm sure that there's more than what we've seen here.
I don't really want to deal with more darkness that the dean has. Let's keep going. Zek.
Yes, let's go.
You guys push forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As you guys keep on pushing forward, keeping an eye out, we'll use the same perception checks for now. The woods seem to get fuller and fuller, and you are back on that steep incline, going up towards the summit, the breath seeming to get colder and harder as you breathe. The temperature seems to be dropping here quickly as you slowly realize that you're getting to about cloud height as you kind of pass through this fog that seems to darken and dim the forest around you. Minkai, you notice you haven't heard from Anir in a good 30-40 minutes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't feel that weird about it just because I assumed that they were farther away. But yeah, I'll mention it. But
I need everyone to give me a perception check.
they probably are a little too far away.
17.
23.
Y'all are killing it with these rolls tonight.
Uh-huh.
4.
7.
Spoke too soon.
All right. The ladies, as you all begin walking, start hearing music.
Oh no, we can't even hear your
Yeah, we
cool
can't
music.
hear you.
Oh, man. Okay,
You're
well, you
right.
hear whistling hitting upon the winds. At first, you think it's just a natural sound on the wind. It slowly begins to turn in this beautiful melody, almost like piano notes on clouds, very soft and swirling around in your mind. I need both of you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Good.
Okie. Not good, friend.
Oh,
Giggle,
boy.
giggle.
18.
18.
9.
9.
Oh no.
Yeah, Meikai, you start feeling a little drowsy, and almost like your mind starts becoming a little foggish, and then quickly you're able to steel yourself. You're probably just getting a little tired and drowsy up here. The air is getting a little thin. Nice, it's so beautiful. Music calling to you. You were in the back, right?
I was.
Just start walking off towards the direction of this music. Seems to be not quite the direction you were going, but more to the east. Kahu, Zachary, you take another 15 steps or so. You start hearing this whistle on the wind. Why don't you both give me wisdom saving throws with disadvantage? What's the marching order? So we had Kahu.
Wait, we
Who's
get
up next?
disadvantage on this instead of
Yep.
regular roll?
Yep. You didn't perceive it happening ahead of time. Weren't able to prepare for it.
That's
Unfortunately.
unfortunate.
I'll be after. Actually, I think I would be second.
6.
So I feel.
I
I'd be
got
behind
an
Zach.
11, but if I fail, I want to use my favored by the gods ability. So
Ooh.
You did fail. You would like to
Okay.
use that.
I will attempt my favored by the gods.
Would you roll?
6.
6. You start hearing this beautiful melody. Start getting this fog and just shock. What are we up here for? And need to find this music. And you start steering the group to the west. Mark.
So it goes from an 11 to a 17.
Okay. So we have Ahu. Who's next? Zachary or Meikai?
I feel like Zach would probably be next, right?
Okay.
That'd be
Since you're-
number 3 because
Oh,
I'm
you'd be
watching
three?
an
You're
eye.
watching an eye.
so-
Okay, so Meikai.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Remember every 15 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Tension
Sasha.
later, you know.
Yeah, as soon as you said you were in the back, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. Kahu, you start just leading the group slowly towards the west, continuing up the bank. I have to find this music. Beautiful. Gotta forget the flower. Meikai, you would steel yourself. Zachary, you start hearing this music and momentarily seem to forget about your sisters and this flowers, and then check yourself like, what the heck? No, it's I need to find this flower, like right now. and you turn around. Give me a perception check.
5.
Anais is gone.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Do you keep on following Meikai and Kaho? What do you do?
I'll be like, guys, Anais is gone. Guys.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Where was she last?
I imagine I don't respond and I keep walking.
Just keep walking. You have to find this
Oh
music.
my god.
I'm gonna grab Kahu or go in front of him and just be like, "Hey, we're
Kaho,
going."
You
Gonna
have to
walk
find
past
this
you.
music. Beautiful.
I'm gonna go looking for Anais. I'm gonna go back.
Are you splitting off
Nah.
from the group?
I mean, I guess I'm going up for Anais. I'm not letting her be alone.
Which direction are you running?
The direction we came from, to see if I see her.
Okay.
Zach, send up any sparks or anything, and I'll do a rumbling thaumaturgy if something happens. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, Zachary, you come back the way you came from?
Yeah, I mean, she's behind me, so whenever I last saw her, I want to go back that way and see if I can see her from there.
Okay. Give me another perception check. Kaho, you keep on going to the west, up around some trees, and start heading and hearing the music get louder and louder, calling to you. Let me read on something real quick. Okay, both Anais and Kahu, at this point, you can both give me another wisdom saving throw.
This one at disadvantage or
Just regular.
that's a
21.
natural 20.
Natural 20, nice. What'd you get, Anais?
21.
21, okay. Zach, what'd you get for perception?
12.
12?
That's pretty good for him.
It's not bad.
It's really
yeah.
good.
It's really not bad. Meikai, you're kind of like pushing and holding back Kahu, trying to get his attention. You start banging on his shoulder. Kahu, this music is getting louder and louder, and you start coming out onto a little bit of a clearing as the trees separate. And up on this mountain cliffside, you see this beautiful woman calling out to you. It's Omai. I'm sorry, I keep on messing up her name.
Maya.
Omaya.
Amaya.
It's Omaya's figure dressed in silver and light, singing this beautiful song to you as all of a sudden you feel Meikai pulling back on you, and you all of a sudden shake your head, and the image of her changes, and you now see this bird like creature just reaching and singing this awful song. Meikai, you can now hear it as you turn around. We will jump into initiative starting next game, because we'll go ahead and wrap it up here, as this seems to be some sort of harpy calling you into its nest here. And we will get back to Zachary. You are just able to see where Anais is, as you see her looking around and walking back towards the way you came. But Anais, you look up, and you're now split off the opposite side of this clearing and can see the same visage of this creature looking down at you as well. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. And that was really clutch that you guys got your wisdom saves there.
Just in time.
That was awesome.
Your Friday.
Yes, I'm super excited. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up next week, right in the throes of battle, to see what happens to our chosen four. Thank you guys so much for everyone that came out tonight. Again, we'll kind of just shout out that we are doing this every Thursday on Twitch, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're catching up on YouTube. If you are catching us live right now, if you want to catch up on any of our episodes, please catch us on YouTube. We have all of our episodes. I'll try and get it up tomorrow or this weekend for you guys as well. So thank you guys so much. Super excited. And don't forget, this Sunday on Marquee Gaming's channel, we'll have Beacon's Aura, continuation of our D&D game there as well. So Let's go ahead and, as always, we'll just find someone to raid. Let's see if anyone's on at the moment. I should have brought that up, but I was invested in setting the scene there. Cool. Anyone have any shout outs they want to give before we end it? Or announcements or anything?
I don't think so.
No.
Get back next week. Hopefully, don't die.
I got new glasses. No one
They
said
look-
anything.
Yay, new
I'm
glasses.
just kidding. No, but I did get new glasses. I'm really excited about
They
it. So
look
that's my
good.
announcement.
King Kitchen.
Mark
is
didn't
on.
even say anything. Come on.
Creepy's on. Here we go.
Oh, I said something earlier.
You
Oh,
did
sure.
notice.
And also, don't forget, I'm going to start our first D&D map creating session, character creation, roll the dice episode this Saturday as well, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have some fun with that, and hopefully we'll see you guys later. Love each other. We're going to go ahead and raid Creepy Black Dude. He's a friend of the channel.
Hey.
It's Creepy Black Dude, and then there's like an underscore? Yeah, underscore. He's on Twitch, does amazing stuff. Looks like he's playing Super Mario World right now, so we'll go ahead and send a raid over there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful week and a wonderful rest of your night as well. Love you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.